What's up, everyone? It's your girl, Fantastic Frankie here. So excited. I can't believe we made it here. I'm doing the Lego thing again. I really am. Uh, we are on Instagram, we're on TikTok, and I should have two people joining me. I'm so excited. I got my iPad here. I think I can read comments now. Or I'm gonna try my best to read comments. So if you guys joined me for my last stream, I gave up. But since then, I've been triumphant. So the N up here on the top over here almost broke me. But I came back and I figured it out. And now I'm all good. This is where we're at so far. I've done this corner. I've done all of Wayne Manor, which is including this piece, which is a bat cave. So I have a bat cave. And then on top of that is his manor and the store at the base of his manor. I've done two like ghetto birds. What's up, David? What's up, Nemo? Actually, two. Let me make sure I got both. Let me get both of these on here. Where's my Instagram so you guys can see me on here? I extended my Sorry, I muted my mic. But yes, so excited to see everyone here. This is as far as we got. I see a bunch of people join me on Instagram as well. The end broke me, but I just needed a minute to breathe and get it together. And now I'm here. I'm good to go. As far as the rest of the thing, we got two ghetto birds up top. We are starting to get this background. And then I got this Wayne Manor done, which includes the Bat Cave and the Bat Car in here, which is really super cool. I realized that this is like an actual 3D like tableau that I'm building. So like even up here, you see there's a little person in here. This person is going to be covered by a building. And I got Vanta in here. Let's add her to the stage. We're going to be cutting it up.
2 minutes. Yeah, I'm about to fit my
Stage then. Go ahead.
fix my time.
DM me when you're ready, or text me when you're ready. I'm gonna take.
Got it.
But for everyone else, we are ready to go. 12 people on Instagram, which is crazy. 6 people on Twitch and TikTok. So excited. But yes, this is where we're at. Shout outs to the word tableau that I used. I am getting fancier. I'm so excited. I'm on bag 7 of 44. But I'm not gonna let this break me. Let me tell you, I'm excited. I got a new lease on life. Things are looking up, honestly. Or maybe they aren't because I don't know. Oh, I'm on bag 8. Wow, things are definitely looking up. I just looked down, bag 7 is empty and finished. I'm so excited. So shout outs to all 17 of y'all who are deciding to spend some of your Sunday with me. We here to do this over here. This is what I'm doing. Oh, here, this is a better one. And right now I'm in this corner right here. So I've done this quarter. I still got the rest of this. There's so many things that can be removed. So this is very cool. It's like a display. It's an interactive display case of like Batman the animated series. I can remove this with the Batcave. I know I've been repetitive, but there are people coming in and out the stream, and I know they're gonna ask me, like, "What are you doing? Why are you doing this?" And the bat house also, you can see Alfred in the bat house too. I could remove that. There's a little place in there. But you know, I probably won't. I'm probably gonna put this in a place that you could just look at. So we are starting on bag 7. When Vanta is ready, she's going to DM me and she's going to join me as well. I'm so very excited. I'm so very excited. And now I can actually see comments on here too, on Instagram and TikTok. I realize I have an iPad and all I have to do is mirror my screen. We are on bag 8, a little ASMR for you. And this bag is, each bag is supposed to be an episode. So this episode is, if you're so smart, why aren't you rich? Wow. I don't know why this Lego set is trying to read me. But yes, we are starting out with a rectangular piece instead of a square piece, I believe. One, two, three, four, five, six. Yes, we're starting out on this piece. So let's get to it. We are on 8. And now I can look at comments. Any comments? Frankie, what's up? Bag 7, bag 8 of 44. Bag 8 of 44. That's where we are at. I'm so excited. Um, yeah. So I finished Cape Crusader. I was able to I filmed right before I got on here my last review on it. When Vanta gets on here, she's been dying to talk about it. I'll talk about it with her as well. Um, Honestly, this is one of my favorite depictions of Batman that I've seen in live action. Um, it's so incredibly good, and I think it's because it understands that Batman's supposed to be his villains. David asked me on YouTube, what is bag 8 supposed to be? I have absolutely no idea. But we're going to find out as we go. It is starting out with this red piece. So I realized the other day I had a hard time like figuring out what to do. And I just had to take a moment and step back. And once I did, I was able to get it. Um, hmm. This may not be the piece that I need. Looking at it, or am I doing it wrong? Already, I'm stuck. Already, I'm stuck. Because they be doing everything in the same color. Like, how am I supposed to get that? Also, I realized maybe I should put this here so that I'm looking like kind of at my camera. Also, I want to make sure you guys could see. Maybe you guys don't really need to see my face, right? I know. Oh, I could go down a bit. I know you want to see my face, but the Legos are what's really popping here. The Legos is what I want to do. Shout out to everybody who's joining on Instagram and YouTube and Twitch. I love you guys all, and thank you for joining me. I'm just out here doing Legos. Lego sent me this set here, and I want to get it done by Labor Day. I'm on bag 8 of 44, and I just started, and immediately I feel a little stumped. I'm not going to hold you. I'm trying to do this, which I know just looks like a big red blob, but that's exactly why I am confused. Because I'm like, is this the right size? How many sizes of this red stuff do we have? I'm thinking it's this size, right? But then it looks so much smaller. Oh, is it this? Yeah, I grabbed something I didn't even need to grab. You see what I'm saying? I could do this. I could do this if I put my head to it. If I consider it. If I'm like, what's going on? All right, so it was this piece. But that's what I'm saying. I be using my thinking cap. I can't I don't try to move too hasty. Also, I figured out Lego gives you this tool to remove pieces, and I hated it. But now that I've figured out how to use it, kind of like a can, look how easy it is to remove a piece and to place it on using this space. I mean, we are up. We are all the way up. You feel me? But yes, well, let's get started. So I think we're building a building personally. There's a lot of little pieces. I think this is a building. If somebody wants to look up the episode, if you're so smart, why aren't you rich? That'd be super helpful. And actually, because Vanta's not here, I'm gonna put in my earphones Because she's about to join. Oh, and of course she joined the second I put in my earphones. She's gonna be co-working with me. And she said she's ready. I'm so excited. Let me make sure my audio's right. Everything's good. All right. I want you all to give a warm welcome to my homegirl Vanta. We're really good friends. She is an incredible seamstress, a designer, cosplayer, and she's actually she just made a Batman corset for me. Let me go grab it. Okay, I'm not gonna go grab it. I'm like stuck in here, whatever. But she's gonna join. We're gonna co-work and shoot the shit about Batman Cape Crusader. So if you guys have not seen Batman Cape Crusader and don't want to be spoiled, it's time to dip. But if you're fine with it, here we go.
Hi,
Vanta,
can you hear me?
I can indeed hear you. I can
Awesome,
indeed hear.
sounds good. So you said I brought one for myself. So after making you the corset, I'm gonna make one for myself.
Oh, well, yeah, you can show everybody the corset you're making. So she actually made me this corset that I'm probably going to wear very soon, probably at Anime NYC. Um, because I love, like, I'm tired of t-shirts. Like, obviously, I love a good t-shirt, but sometimes I want to be cute. You know what I'm saying? And it's hard to be dressing up t-shirts all the time, you know?
Yeah, I've lost track of how to dress up a t-shirt. So now I'm making corsets out of fun fabric at this point.
I'm glad that we got you on the corset train. I was like, let me just float that idea out there to you. You know what I'm saying? And
Yes.
and see where things fall out. And it worked in my favor. I'm so happy. So what are you making today?
So I purchased this Batman fabric from Joann's. Sadly, Joann's is going out
Is that
of
a
business.
doorbell? Do you have an
Yeah,
actual doorbell?
we have an actual doorbell. Yeah, the house is old. The house is like 30 something
You're
years old, maybe.
you're in Brooklyn, right?
Yeah, yeah,
That's
Brooklyn
that's
for
amazing.
sure.
I'm sorry, continue what you were doing.
Yeah, so I got this really nice cotton fabric from Joann's. I got it on sale because Joann's is going out of business and they filed for bankruptcy. So not good for them, but great for me.
Yeah,
Sorry to
you're like
say.
it worked out for me.
To
You know
me,
what I mean?
to me.
To me, you know what I mean? But yes, so today I just finished um the final episode of Batman Cape Crusader, and I'm so in love.
Yeah,
I'm so in
yeah.
love. You said something really, really interesting that, I've been saying for a while about, like, Batman at its best is about its villains, and this show is so good because it's about Batman. Every villain is a reflection of
Of
Batman.
Batman. Yeah,
And honestly,
entirely.
they're not even that bad. Like, I'm not gonna hold you. Everyone, I was like, yeah, I kind of get it.
I like, yeah, I get it. Especially, it sucks, but especially Harley Quinn, because I'm like, these are bad. You're torturing bad people, and I want to feel guilty, but I don't. I
She said,
don't.
but I actually don't.
I do not. So what's crazy? My favorite moment in Cape Crusader, I had to replay it because I couldn't believe that happened. When Bruce is talking to Harvey in the psychiatric home, and he's like, "Isn't it now's the time for you to be sympathetic?" I was like,
Bro,
"Oh,"
yeah.
I'm like, "So you're Two Face also," and that is why my theory is that each of the Batman villains are really just a small perception of Bruce himself. It's just he's fighting his inner demons and he's projecting onto them. Or maybe they're all in his head and he's still a little kid playing, cops and robbers and trying to get back for the people who killed his parents. But really, each of the villains is just a personification of one of his demons that he's fighting with.
No, I agree. Like, he's playing dress up. And before I get into this point, someone did confirm the episode that I'm focusing on, or the episode that I'm doing right now, is the one with the Minotaur. So yeah, take with that with you will. But yeah, what I found interesting about that moment with Harvey Dent, and, like, first of all, Bruce had the worst intentions. the
The
entire time.
worst. The
Like
entire time.
even when he took Two Face out to dinner,
Why would
it was
you?
because it was to interrogate this poor man. You know what I'm saying? Like that's all
Yes,
he cared about was like getting this man who's supposed to be his friend. The only thing he cared about was getting information to take down this criminal.
but
And so that's why when he was like actually talking about rehabilitating and being different and healing, Batman did not take that well, right? He was like, "Oh wow, like
mm.
niggas is healing now. That's what we do."
Oh, you're reformed, huh?
No, okay, now that I need you. And I'm like,
Whoa.
why do you
Whoa.
feel like he owes you anything?
I was just like, why are you so mad about this? Like, you did not like this man. You were friends with him. And I feel like friends is a stretch. I feel like there's like some type of like competition between them. I don't know how to describe it, but like frenemies. I feel like there was a frenemies type
I
relationship.
I think that they were friends, and I think Harvey was more of a friend. Like I don't think that they were frenemies. I think that they were supposed to be legitimate friends. But Batman
Be
doesn't know
friend.
how to hold
Oh
a
no,
relationship. You
at
know what I
all.
mean? And I think that was apparent because it's crazy. I've been hating. I've not been a secret to me hating on this me being a hater to this version of Dent. But I realized I was like, you know what though? This man is trying his best, and of course he's a
Yeah,
little bit dirty. And like,
yeah.
what's the difference between him and Batman? They're both equally dirty. You
Which
know
is
what I
so
mean?
funny. In high school, I wrote an essay, and it's called Two Sides of a Coin, and it was describing Batman and Harvey Dent literally being the same person, just on opposite sides of the law, who both think that they're doing the right thing, when in actuality, they're not. They just are doing it in their own perception of what the law means. And I got an A on that assignment. Very proud. But I I've always loved Harvey Dent because I really think the duality of man is such an interesting concept. I think that's something that Bruce struggles with immensely, and in a lot of different iterations, they're really good friends. Harvey's this great person. He's a perfect politician, and I like that he in this one he's a little more sinister, a little more crooked, a little more stereotypical slimy politician, and I felt like that made him more nuanced, more human. What
I
I
agree.
what I was like, "Ugh," I wanted the Two Facedness to be more graphic, like Batman animated series when he was blue.
I don't know. Well, you got to remember that this is a very grounded version of
Yes,
it, and
yes,
I really like this. First of all, I love the fact that his dirty side, his deformed side was his like his human side, right?
yeah,
Like every
yeah,
time he was on some demon time, it was on the handsome side. And the handsome side was the one who did the dirty work, right? He was the one who was at one point under Thorne's thumb. He was the one who was
yeah.
like going so hard. Um but I feel you
And
like
talking
it
shit
was
to Barbara,
yo, she was definitely
yo,
talking shit to Barbara. But you know what? Their relationship, I was like, yo, if they kiss, I'm not gonna be mad.
right,
That's what I
same.
thought. I was
I
like,
really want. I was like, at the end, I'm like, bro, just kiss her. Like, I
you
know you
know, I
want
just
to.
wanted one kiss.
Just one, just one.
Just one quick kiss. I would have took it. I wouldn't have been too mad. And this is I was like, shame on y'all for making me like this op. But honestly, I think what really did it for me was the fact that Jim Gordon just was talking that same thing that
Yeah.
he's been doing all season, right? In that episode where they put the hit out on Barbara, it starts off with him talking about like we gotta get these guys off the streets, and she's saying it's
No,
way
they need
more
to be
nuanced.
equalized. Yeah,
Exactly.
exactly.
And then what happens is
And then she starts to realize, like, wait a minute, you know what? No,
yeah.
some of them dudes deserve to be in jail. Because, like, put it that I was like, that's nasty work. The person who works so hard to get you a reduced sentence, and then you put a hit on them, nasty,
Yo, that's why
nasty.
we can't have
Yeah,
nothing nice.
we can't have
But
nice things.
peep that the same conversation that they had at in episode 1 in the courtroom,
Oof.
Harvey and Barbara,
Yep.
they had the same
Same
exact
exact
conversation
conversation.
in I think the asylum, except for now she's trying to make a case to himself, right? She's
Yeah.
trying to explain to himself why he needs to cut himself slack. And I was like, damn, this show is cook.
It was
This show's
there's
cooking.
so many great elements like that. I was like, oh shit. He's like, I shouldn't be saved. I sat by and watched and knew this information and did nothing. I'm like, damn,
He's
damn.
cooking.
He's cooking. Like, how are you gonna argue against that? What are you supposed to say?
What would you say, right?
What
And
would
she
you
still
say?
was like, but you know what? She's like, we're doing the best that we can,
Yeah.
which is all you can really say, right?
Which is
Like,
all you can.
listen,
I mean, all of Gotham's crooks. I mean, cops are crooked. So they're doing the best they can. I love seeing. I mean, Babs is one of my favorite characters. Period. But I love seeing this style of her. I love that she's gutsy, attentive. Really, she's trying to do the right thing. She's such a do-gooder, and they rag on her. They're like, Barbara Goody Two Shoes Gordon, and I'm like, you know what? Yeah, that name kind of slaps because she's trying. I
exactly. But you know, that's how it is, right? That would be how it is. That they would
Yeah,
just be like, I don't like you because you're doing the job. Even now, like if you're a cop that does their job, you're gonna be ostracized because of it.
because of it. And I think you've said in your other videos that this series makes it known that Batman is not a cop. And like I think it was the first episode. I'm like, yeah, he's cooking him
Yeah. Oh, immediately. Immediately he
immediately.
was. Immediately he was. And I knew he would, you know?
Yeah. Do you have a favorite villain?
I think it was Harley. And
Yeah.
honestly, I'm not gonna hold you. I was a bit disappointed when I saw the Joker pull up.
Yeah.
I was like, this guy stinks. Oh, brother. Because they've been doing so great
so
without
so
him.
great. So I need Scarecrow.
Oh, I think Scarecrow would be great. I want Penguin to come back too. I can't believe she was only in one episode. I was like,
Yeah.
why you show us this thick goddess? Why you
Yep.
tease us with
But
her?
everyone's thick. The only person who's not thick is Babs. Everyone is thick.
Right? She
Yo,
probably do Pilates because she got money for Pilates.
crying. Harley was thick. Montoya is thick. I'm like, you know what? This is what we need.
You said
Make
this is
America
what we
thick.
need.
Make America thick again. Make
Make
Gotham
America thick
thick
again.
again. Make Gotham
Agreed.
thick again. Because that's all I want. But no, that was that. I mean, I love Bruce Timm's style. Like, I'm always gonna love his art style. That's what I think. I think it's peak Batman. Not, and I'm biased because I watched the animated series as a kid, so that's cemented in my head. So anything else doesn't compare. Like the Batman series where Joker had locks, like this is not it. I don't know where you guys got a Rasta Joker from, but I don't want it.
You
And that
know what?
series was good.
Yo, I'm glad. I'm glad. Morlock said that he also hated the fact that they brought back the Joker, but he also said Alfred thick too.
Yeah, everyone thick.
Representation. Everybody's thick.
Representation. Everyone's
We
thick.
need
Representation.
we definitely needed it. But yeah, I agree. I love that they were I knew they had to show the Joker to get a season 2.
Yeah, yeah.
You
But
know?
because the people give the people what they want. Everybody wants Joker. I don't. I'm Jokered out.
You said you Jokered out, you're done,
Yeah, I'm
you're
done.
finito.
Yeah, I don't need another Joker series or a Joker movie. Nothing. Like I don't. I'm good.
Especially since Harley was so good that I was like, why do we need this? Morlock did say at least he's a golden age Joker. Yeah, at
Yeah,
least there's that. But
yeah,
like I said, I think that Harley can fill in that space, especially since it would make sense that she was obsessed with him because he's like the billionaire that got away. So like they could have played with her actually knowing his identity. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
I feel
Like
like
there's
there was a lot that they could play around with that. I think that she was. I felt like she was the most compelling victim because of her. I don't remember the voice actress's name, but she was her speech was slow and deliberate.
Jamie Chung.
Jamie Chung, yeah,
She was Kimiko in, I forget which Sin City, one or two, because they changed the actress.
right.
And she was also in Lovecraft Country. She was the
Oh,
woman that Jonathan Majors fell in love with in Korea.
yeah. Okay, okay.
Yeah,
Just
yeah, yeah.
just hearing her speak, I'm like, oh, she sends shivers down my spine. I'm like,
Oh, she was
ooh,
so scared. And that's I was like, I thought the whole thing was that this is like a scarier like a different take. So just to see him, I was like, we get it, the
we
Joker.
get
But
double
like,
love Joker. We get it. That's what everyone wants. But I don't know. How do you feel? Speaking of like Joker and Batman world, how do we feel about the Joaquin Phoenix and Lady Gaga?
when the first one came out, I was very vocal about feeling cheated.
Okay,
Like they invoked the Batman name to get me to watch it, you know what I
yeah,
mean? And obviously it worked. But I was like, it's a beautiful movie and a beautiful story, but it's not a Batman film.
yeah,
So I want to go into this as like, hey, I'm just here to watch a good film that happens to say that, or like this is an extreme Elseworld, you know?
yeah, yeah. It was so wild to me because I watched the movie. First of all, when I saw the trailer, I was very much like, no, I'm not watching this. Like it, I wasn't interested. I didn't really care. I just thought it seemed kind of too trying to be edgy for no reason. And I was kind of right. That's the funny bit. I was actually kind of right.
You were
I think
actually correct.
I think that Joaquin Phoenix is a great actor. I'm not going to I'm not going to cry that down. I watched Gladiator recently and he's great in that. He's sinister but scary but also humanistic. So no, I think he's a great actor. I don't like the glorification of Joker, and I feel like people are going to see Joker and Harley's relationship, and they're going to glorify it even more instead of realizing that it is an incredibly toxic relationship. I feel like, especially as a cosplayer, we just got over the whole Harley Quinn Joker couple cosplays, and and
Yeah.
and now we're gonna double down. It's like it's the early 2000s all over again, or when did
So
yeah, sorry,
so
go ahead.
like how do you feel about, so I mean you kind of hinted at it here, but I mean I don't think there's anything wrong with cosplaying Harley and the Joker as a relationship, you know what I mean? But to your point, I feel like people don't quite understand what that means. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I'm not doing this because I actually saw someone in one of my comments like, why don't you want their relationship? Like, it's one of my favorites. And like, they were dead ass. You know what I mean?
I wanted you to look up and see my face because I'm like,
Hold on. Let me see again. They're like,
uh,
I'm gonna hold your hand when I say this. You know what I mean?
this is
But yeah,
toxic.
for this movie, I don't know. I think they're gonna be. I don't know. I just want to see now. All I can hope for is just a theme that they really want to carry out, because like that was my other thing. The whole theme of like, the system and how you can get lost in it. I didn't feel that either. And I think it was
No.
because they were balancing having a Batman story with whatever theme they were trying to put out. And so I would be very interested to see them do something different, and try
Yeah,
something different.
I get that. The thing that tripped me up was I was on board because I'm like, you know what? Yeah, it is hard for the little guy. This is a shitty world. And I was really like, I got into it. I'm like, you know what? I get it. I understand how he feels. I get it. It is hard being the small guy. And then you reveal that it's all in his head. And I was just, I was so annoyed because I'm like,
That's
I was
very that's
rooting for
very
you.
on brand for guys, right? You say hello to
Yes.
them and pick something up and they're like, "We're in love. We had a whole relationship. You don't remember? I dropped my keys and you passed them to me.
It's giving
I
Penn
thought we were
Bradley
in love.
from
Why are you
you.
leading me on?" No, exactly.
I was just like,
Exactly.
the whole time, like the whole time it was in your head, bro. I don't respect you anymore. I thought you really like went after. I was so hyped. I'm like, you did it. You went after her. But I like this dialogue of incel culture coming alive, and that's why I think
But
the back.
do you think they're smart enough to understand
No,
the dialogue that's trying to?
no,
Yeah, because people are just understanding that
the
the
boys.
boys, yeah. So I don't think they're gonna get the
No,
message they're trying to
no,
portray. You
no.
know?
They're most definitely are not. But I like that we're playing with it because it's kind of it's kind of funny. It's you're making fun of people who don't realize that they're being made fun of, and by the time they realize, the joke has already landed. Um, I really like I just Paul Dano as the Riddler, and I thought that that was an interesting choice to pick a lesser known Batman villain, not lesser known, but not as popular. I liked his take because he was
Speaking of
just
Riddler, real quick, I'm actually building a Riddler tableau, so we'll see that in a bit. But go
we'll
ahead,
see that in
continue,
a bit.
please.
But yeah, I loved that I love that he was just this unhinged incel just trying to get the world back to normal and wanted the little guy to have his title and get everything that he wanted. And I'm like, this is so cringe because this is, I'm sure this would happen in New York City. The whole like online streaming and things and people being doxxed and their info being leaked. I'm like, yeah, this is real. Like this is too close to home.
This is very real. But that's the point, right? It was supposed to be very grounded. I don't get me started on the Batman. You know I love the Batman. To me, it's one
Yeah.
of the best, the most accurate movies
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
terms of Batman, and just the sheer fact that he was balancing gets me every time. Yo, Ron Simmons, you don't read comics, is actually in the chat on Instagram.
Wow.
Brr, 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 brr.
Wow, wow.
Ron is a friend of ours, and he is really versed in comics. He has a really
He's a
popular
comic
page.
genius.
Yeah, he's the one. He's my comic book plug. That's how I get all of these comic books. Like I'm able to read them is because of this guy. Um, but yeah, I'm gonna watch the Joker and Harley, and I'm gonna critique it as an Elseworlds, and
Okay.
not try to associate any of it with the lore. And I think I'm
Yeah.
gonna like it. Ron said, "Look at my wife and my girlfriend. Who's who?
I'm not answering that.
Who's
Absolutely
who? Who's who? Huh? Hmm?
not. Huh? Huh?
Hmm?
Hmm?
Yeah, let it
But
let it.
yeah. Yeah.
Who's
Yeah.
who? Since you want both,
Yeah.
guy,
Claiming
men,
both.
men ain't never happy with just
No- Want their cake, ice cream, and a pizza.
dang. Wait, that's
Crazy.
wild. You said cake, ice cream, and the pizza.
Need some lactate pills for all that.
You
Crazy.
know what I'm saying? I agree.
I'm trying
What am
to
I doing wrong? Oh,
it's
means
so and to go back to your point asking me about Harley. Why do I not like that relationship? um
no. I would not. Why do you not like the relationship? I was saying like, why is it not okay that cosplayers do it? You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Like,
I mean, I it's fine. Cosplay whoever you want. Obviously, I'm going to tell people like do what you want, do what makes you happy. But I'm just very fearful of people thinking that they're a true love story, like two crazy people who are just trying to make it, when in actuality, it is a very unhinged individual who gaslit, lied, stole, like did a lot of terrible things to somebody with a doctorate. I mean,
mm-hmm.
this is your quintessential Harley's a baddie. She's a baddie.
Yeah.
She's brilliant. She's talented. She can do a lot of different things. And the Joker is just kind of a bum. He's like a scrub. That's what bothers me.
He is indeed a scrub. I can confirm.
So you
Uh
stand up like you don't know scrubs, girl. I believe in you.
no, not to stand up like please. I
Please.
want more for you, please.
Yeah, I want more for you. I think that's why the Harley Quinn show is so important to me because when Harley and Ivy finally got together, I think I jumped out of the couch. I was so happy.
So Murloc said, He does not think Phillips has the capacity to understand that many levels of writing the Joker. That's a hot take.
Ooh,
That's a
is it
really
though?
hot take.
Is it though? I don't
I
know if I disagree.
that's true. Oh, Harvey said he popped in to say, "Hey, big head" to us.
Hey.
Um, Also, they've done more to reflect healthy and supportive relationship dynamics between two unhinged ass criminals with Ivy than we ever saw with the Joker. Agreed. You know, when I realized that their relationship was not toxic was when Harley decided to not be bad, and it never was a source of contention between them. Like, she never faulted her for wanting to be good,
Yeah,
and that's so important that I feel like people just
gloss over
kind
it.
of, yeah, they gloss over it.
Yeah, yeah. But I think I think it's more. I think as we talk more about mental health, we talk about different types of relationships. I think we push for that now in 2024, in the 2020s. I think now we're a little bit more aware of like why the relationship can be considered toxic and things to look for. I think they're starting to give Harley a little more agency instead of just being this lovesick puppy who doesn't know what she's doing. I think they're actually showing that she is a genius. She is a doctor. She is intelligent. She has her own mindset, and I think it's making their toxic relationship a little bit more palpable. Sorry, I can't pronounce
Palpable.
that. Yeah, a little more palpable, but also I think it's cluing us in as the audience, like, hey, by the way, this relationship is toxic, but we want you to see that it's toxic.
Mm, okay, I agree.
And so when cosplayers do it, I like it when they do it ironically, and like the Harley is clearly like really. Usually the woman is the person who's like, yeah, I'm Harley, but I'm also really smart, and like they're playing it up. That I'm like, okay, you've got my vote.
I can I can do this. Yeah,
Yeah, or even
yeah,
a
yeah.
gender bend. I don't hate a gender bend. Never have. Gender bends are usually pretty funny, but oh, it was when Suicide Squad came out when Harley's new outfit. That was when everybody was losing their mind. And you know what? I understand because that Harley outfit is kind of hot. The Joker
The
outfit,
Harley outfit is kind of hot there, but to your point, it's even Margot Robbie was like, I hated that fit, but I was a young actress and there
yeah,
wasn't much I could do.
yeah,
And I think that's a part of the conversation that like a lot of people leave out, not you, but like when they're like,
people in general.
no, we love that outfit, I'm like, no. Like, and then you got to see yourself as a hot toy in that outfit. People
Yeah,
spending $500 for a figure that looks like that outfit, and it's
yeah.
like
Her mom had to see
her
young.
in that fit.
Correct. that
Yes.
that that's the things I think about. Thinking about actors and actresses. I'm like, your parents definitely saw this, and they saw you in this insane scene. Even when in Wolf of Wall Street, where she has that scene with Leo DiCaprio, and she's not wearing underwear, and she puts her foot on his mouth. Her mom had to see that. Her mom had to watch that episode.
Her mom
I
did
mean,
have to watch that
let's
episode,
yeah. So
that scene, but
that scene, yeah.
or she could have not.
Or
I would
yeah,
have I would have been like, Ma, I don't know if you're ready for this. This is
yeah.
how
I
I'm
don't
gonna be.
correct. even
Um,
so I have Dynamite variant covers of Red Sonia and Vampirella. I have the comics like right here next to me, and my parents have not seen them, and I don't want them to.
right. You're
Yeah.
like, this is where I draw the line.
Lied. Yeah. I given, they're proud of me regardless, but I don't want them to think like I'm doing something, salacious for money. Like, no,
That you're
no, no.
doing something salacious for money.
I had to phrase it properly. They probably are hearing this whole conversation. They're like, "What's happening
Oh,
down
they're in the other room.
there?"
They're like, should we check in on Vanta? What's
Yeah.
going on with her?
um, and it's great. My mom knows how much of a Batman fan I am to the point where she bought me a Batman onesie. That's one of my famous, my best prized possessions is my Batman onesie. It has
Is
a
it?
cape.
Did she get it in a size that she knew was like fit you no matter what?
Correct. It has a cape.
I love that. I love that. Honestly,
Yeah.
it has a cape. It is.
How
It's
is this Lego
yeah.
build going? I'll
It's
show
going pretty good. I'll show what I have. Yeah, let's do show and tell. You go
show and
first.
tell.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
I am
Wow.
building this piece right here. I hit a little snag, but I just fixed it. It's when it comes to color, there's no instructions. So it's like it comes to color and
Wing
you
it.
just gotta vibe and hope it's all right.
Crying.
My blackness definitely helps there because I'm just looking at the pictures and looking up and I'm like, is this all right? Okay, okay, okay.
Okay. Okay.
Is this
Okay.
here? Is this there?
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, everything else looks pretty good, I
Are you one of those
think.
people when you're assembling something, you don't read the instructions, you just kind of look at the pictures?
No, well, you can't. Even if I were, I'd be cooked here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You can't eyeball this, especially since there's so many layers of this. That's
Yeah.
not, um, not actually shown in the picture. So you think you're in the pic? You think you got what's going on? Oh yeah, I gotta take this all off. You think you got what's going on, and then you realize, oh,
Oh wait.
there's a whole thing underneath it.
uh
So they make sure that they're like, yo, make
please
sure
read the
you do
please
this.
read the
Yeah,
instructions.
make sure you read these instructions.
Love
But
that.
it is kind of calming. I am able to have a conversation, and I was able to the other day. It was getting a little rough. I just distracted. I said, you know what, y'all, I'm gonna have to end this stream right here. Uh,
Uh
I'll be back the second I figure
figure
things
out.
out. And you know what? People respected me for it. They're like, we hear you, Frankie.
I love that.
Protect your peace.
I love
All
that.
that stuff.
I was
Um,
gifted a Lego flower. It's a chrysanthemum, and
I saw.
I'm excited to start it, but also a little afraid. I haven't used Legos, played with Legos, built anything out of Legos since I was 5, maybe 6. So I'm excited, but I'm also a little apprehensive because I don't read instructions. As a sewist, you would think
A
that,
sewist is funny as fuck. I'm sorry.
yeah,
I've
well,
never heard a sewist before.
it's a gender neutral term because we want to be more inclusive to people who sew and not try to,
Wow.
because people would say tailor or people would say seamstress, and since gender neutrality is the way to go, we just want to be inclusive for everyone. So yeah, a sewist. I don't read the instructions when it comes in the pack, which is terrible. Don't do it. To everyone listening, don't be like me. Read your instructions.
She said,
They're
make sure you make sure you
read.
read those instructions.
Yeah, because I'll sit and I'm like, oh, I get it. I understand how this works theoretically. And once you've sewn enough, you understand like what patterns go together and what pieces go together. But that only comes when you know what you're doing. So in my case, if you don't know what you're doing, which, especially if you're working with a new pattern, no, you need to read the instructions.
Speaking
Um,
of, David asked for you to let us know what you're doing.
oh, right now, I'm making another corset. So I really like grabbing some random graphic tees. I bought a Van Gogh t-shirt yesterday. And so the irises. So now I'm making this out of a t-shirt. So I cut out the pattern. Here's a pattern. I got it off Etsy. And now I cut it out. And this is going to be the front part. And then I'm going to keep taking bits and pieces of the t-shirt and using it to make the sides of the corset.
Nice.
Yeah.
I can't even hem. I mean, you know this. I can't even hem shit. So seeing this is beautiful and I support you in it.
Thank you.
I wish I could do it. Me personally, I wish I had the skill to do this. And I could if I wanted to, I'm sure I could learn, but
Definitely.
I mean it has to be so time consuming, and
Yeah.
even when you learn the skill, there's a talent factor, right? Like
Hmm.
to it as well. But I
Uh,
could at least learn how to hem something eventually.
yeah. I think hard work always beats talent. And
Interesting.
I'm gonna die on that hill saying that because um, I started sewing 5 years ago, and it's to see what I did 5 years ago. I can see what the things I can do now. Like it's a great thing to see your progress and see where you've come. Even in the past few months, working with spandex a little more, working with a variety of materials, making corsets out of t-shirts. I never thought I could do this, and it is rewarding because you're like, oh, I don't know about the skill, and sewing's not as easy as people make it seem. Like, yeah, it's following a pattern and cutting pieces together, but there's so much you have to think about it. Whereas I find like making props is way easier because all I I just it's props I feel like is more of a puzzle and then you glue it. But sewing you have to find matching thread and the tension has to be right, and there's just so many little things that go into sewing, while prop making is cut the piece, stick it together, boom, you're done.
I feel like I feel like when you be prop making, you be doing like actual engineering.
Yeah, that's yeah.
You're like, I
That's
am
true.
also an engineer. I am. You are right there. I am an engineer.
I I became I went to school for biology, and I was majoring in chemistry, and then I'm like, I don't want to do math for the rest of my life, so I'm going to do biology. Why am I now in a hobby that is my lifestyle that is all math?
right? No, because God is God thinks he's so goddamn funny.
Hilarious. A comedian.
He always got some shit to say, and I'm like,
Oh, a comedian.
yeah. I'd be like, I don't know what this lesson was for.
Yeah. It's like
Thank
you can't
you, I
thank you.
guess.
Thank you. I can't escape math. Great. When I made Pyramid Head, I it took me over an hour to find the right triangles, and I like had to use Pythagorean theorem to find the right triangles for Pyramid Head. I'm like, I this was this was over 10 years ago. I haven't been in school in so long. Why did
Why
I
am
do
I
this?
do this?
Doing this? Why, Lord? Why? But yeah, like you said, God has a funny sense of humor, that's for sure.
Exactly. He knows. He
He
knows what
knows.
he's doing.
Yeah,
He knows exactly what he's
for
doing.
sure. For
Math
sure.
is Thanos, inevitable.
Yeah. For me,
It is
inevitable.
indeed. It is indeed Thanos, and it's like to your point. It's well, you go to school for one thing, and they harp on school so much, and it's like you're so young. It's so hard to figure out what you should be doing in school. You know what I mean? Like, how do you decipher what's right and what's wrong when
School
you're in
is
school? You know?
Yeah. School is such a weird nuance for me because I think that while I think yes, like higher education is great, I don't think it's for everybody. I think
Hmm.
that I think trades are great, especially if you can't sit for 3 hours just studying things, because God knows I had a hard time doing it, and I don't think
Hmm.
everybody should subject themselves to it. Um, and especially in the STEM fields, like STEM is not easy.
Right.
That's not. It's kind of crazy. There's a lot. Getting my first degree, there were times where I'm like, I don't want to do this. I
Shit,
wanted to give
why?
up.
Why am I here? And you know
Why?
what? For me and for most of the people when I was in college, it was organic chemistry.
Yes.
Like
Yes.
it was separating the girls from the women, let me tell you.
Yeah. And they told us that on our first day. They're like, this is where you say goodbye.
Look to your left, look to your
Look
right.
to your
That old
right.
speech.
Yeah.
That old
Yeah.
good speech.
That all
Yeah.
good speech. They're like, you are not going to see these people. So I went to school for forensic science, and my class was, my graduating class started out with 400 people. I graduated with 94 people.
Yeah. Ron from You Don't Read Comics said you don't know it until it's too late. He has a degree in accounting and he's a fireman. He runs into fires and he writes about comics. Same. Same. I
Same.
went to grad school. I went to grad school and now I'm just talking
Talk
about
about
comics and
comics.
anime. It's like it's kind of crazy.
It
It's
is kind of
ill.
crazy,
I love it, but
but
it's like,
I did
you
not see my
know,
life going this way.
I know. I know. And I mean, college prepared me for like research and how to talk to people and things like that. But I was like, I could have took a journalism class or something like
Yeah,
that
I could have
instead.
taken
Like,
fashion design or
you
graphic
know,
design or anything design.
it would have really helped you out, you know?
I would be set right now. But here I am, not reading patterns. not
Not
reading the
reading patterns.
not reading the instructions.
Using the math though.
Using the math though got me there.
Using the math. And that's what's important is that you are using that math.
Using that math.
That's correct. I put a thing down there. I think so. I think I got it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. There's a line here. There's four, and then there's this.
I need 2 seconds. I'm gonna grab my second corset. Give me 1 minute.
We at the important parts. You know what I'm saying? For those of you guys who want to see my progress, I am under the N. I'm building this building right here. It's pretty difficult, but I'm making it work. You know what I'm saying? So I'm doing that. Here's the Wayne Manor on the bottom. There's a couple of limbs with the spotlights. I'm doing okay, man. I'm doing okay. I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it at all. Um, but yes, we were talking about Batman in the anime series, and we went into this crazy long tangent
Tangent.
that was needed so much.
Needed.
It was
Needed.
definitely needed. Um, but yes, what I was so deeply excited but surprised on like how different this was and like how many risks they actually took.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Even making Harley like Filipina. I don't know if she's Filipina. She was just Asian, maybe.
Yeah.
Even that, I was like, this is kind of crazy. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's funny, with race swapping, gender bending, the story didn't change. Nothing, quite literally nothing changed. And I
And
like
and why
that.
would it, you know? And that's
Yeah,
what
and
people
why would it?
don't realize it. All it is now someone feels represented. Someone feels, connected to this character in a way that they couldn't before. They didn't before, you know?
Exactly. I was when I saw that Commissioner Gordon was black, I'm like, okay, that's fine. Like, he's black.
That
I'm
fit.
Yeah, that fits. I haven't Similar to how I think that Lex Luthor is black, I just assume that Commissioner Gordon is black in every iteration. And I'm usually surprised when he's not. Yeah,
I
that's
think a I think a piece of it too was Matt Reeves is an executive producer and he made this Batgirl look like the one that was gonna be in the scrapped project.
yes.
So I
Yes.
think he was like, I'm getting my black
Black
Batgirl, god damn
Batgirl.
it.
No matter what you guys say, I'm getting my black Batgirl, which is a tongue twister, but it's hilarious nonetheless. Yeah,
Yeah.
and I'm grateful for it. She's got curly red hair. We've got that going, and it still feels she still feels like Babs. She's still our goody two shoes who cares about justice and wants to help people. Um, Oswaldo was great. I wasn't expecting it, and
Which one was
I,
Walter?
I said Oswalda.
Oh, Eswalda. Uh-huh. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah,
and
yeah.
her and just seeing her with her sons was so funny because she's very mommy dearest, but also the worst mother.
Yes. I thought she was I didn't realize those were her sons. I thought that they were what's this called?
Like,
Shoot. Yeah, I thought they were just calling her mama.
no, they were her children. And
They were
he's
her
like,
actual
they were
children.
children.
Oh, copy.
Yeah, and I was crying when the first son was killed, and the second son's like, she just killed my brother, and I'm like, yeah, that's what happens when you play with fire. Like, you didn't think that your mafia crime boss mother was gonna kill somebody close to you, really?
Right. Like, what did you think?
You were getting into.
Exactly. I'm not sure he knew. I don't
I
think he was ready.
fucked around and found out. That's for sure.
Right. He found out very quickly.
Very quickly.
Minnie Driver voiced her too.
Yeah, she was.
She's
She's so
talented. All
great.
of the voice actors were
Actors,
really talented. You
all of
know,
them.
and I've heard like some critiques on it, but and maybe I just have on these like what is they called, rose
Rose
colored
colored
glasses.
glasses.
But
Yeah,
I thought everybody cooked, you know? The
everyone.
story is so good. The only time I had a critique, and it's funny, he liked a couple of my videos. I didn't like Cedric Yarborough's Haitian accent.
No,
I thought it was all right. I was like,
no.
I've heard better.
Yeah, as
But
someone who has Haitian friends, no. Sac passe to hate all my Haitian posse. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
But I will say he's done a couple of he's done other voices. He's doing like a variance of voices, and those are all are very good.
Yeah. Can we talk about that racist ghost?
Yo, that's a hat. I love it, because who would think about like, and it's mostly black people on that episode, right?
Yes, I was watching the episode, and then when that happened, I was gonna text you. I'm like, she hasn't watched this episode yet, but I know when she
Yeah,
does, she's gonna be like, oh, he just called him the N word.
because he
Hard
did.
ER, hard ER,
Because he
straight up,
did.
straight up. He was like, your kind.
He called him a rascal. He said, "I can't believe you rented. You try to rent our stuff out to this."
To him. I was like,
And I felt like Drewski. I was like, "What do you mean by that?"
Elaborate.
Yeah, please. What do you
Please
mean?
elaborate. I couldn't.
And then he did. I think he said it twice. Like at one point, he called him. He's like, "I can't believe you rented to this guy," and then he called him a scoundrel.
Scoundrel.
Or something like
that. I want Scallywag to be somewhere present. Yo, West Indians
the word
love
scallywag.
West Indians love calling people a scallywag. Like
because it's such a good just
diss.
roll off the tongue.
Yeah. Ooh, scallywag.
what were you doing that you was getting called a scallywag?
A scallywag, yeah. That's such a great diss. Damn. Clocked. But no, clocked. All the votes were great. Except oh gosh, I just forgot his name. Who looks like he has a target on his face, but it is not a target.
Onomatopoeia. You know why? Because that wasn't really. I realized after that episode was not. That was the only one where the villain was just there to be there. It was more to expose, how integral Barbara is and how people are noticing her. You know what I mean? But I thought it was more interesting that they were going after her and not Harvey, who's the one who's actually making sure,
Yeah, but that's because he's crooked. But they're like, nah, this girl, she gotta go.
It's this woman who fought tooth and nail.
First of all, she's a woman. First problem.
I wonder how much of that was racism. He's like, I knew once I saw this black hoe, she was not gonna get me off, and like there was an animosity there that I was like, why?
Like, whoa, relax.
Why is that going to her?
Yeah.
And to your point, it could just have been misogyny. But there's definitely something more layered for him to choose. Like I knew she reassured me. She said this, and that wasn't the case. Like she wasn't able to save me, and I hate that.
And I hate that. I like this iteration of Alfred. Michael Caine will always be Alfred in my eyes, and any depiction where he's gray, like a gray-haired old British butler, is what I'm going to think of. But I like that this Alfred is he tells Bruce when he's wrong, and I need that.
Yeah. What if he gets swole in season 2?
No, please. I don't need
That'd be
swole.
so funny.
No, I don't need that.
You don't need swole out. That's where you draw
No,
the line. You're
that's
like,
where I
no.
draw the line. I'm like, that's not what I need. I don't need a swole Alfred because in the Batman, I think it's Andy Serkis who plays him. I didn't. That was like my one critique of the Batman. I thought that Andy Serkis a was too swole. I couldn't. I kept seeing him from the guy from Black Panther, so I couldn't get that vision out of my head. And I'm like, this is just this colonizing ass guy. Like, no, I need Alfred. Where's Michael Caine? Like, come back.
Where's my? But you know, I don't know. I liked it. I felt like there's versions of Alfred where he's like an
Like,
ex
Marine.
military.
Yeah, he's in the Navy. Yeah. I know, but
You're like, I hear you. I get what you're saying. I hated it.
I'm gonna let you finish. But
But I did not like what I
it
saw. And I feel
was
that.
it was not.
It's definitely reasonable to be like, why is this here?
Why is you here? Um, but I was curious about that dark secret that Alfred has that he didn't tell Bruce. I'm like,
Right? Because that's what I was trying to say. I was like, what were they trying to say? Like he's trying to keep the secret, or is there another secret that they, you know, didn't have time to talk about?
I want them to talk about the Arkhams. That's what I'm really curious about.
The Arkhams,
Yeah, Bruce's
like the
mom. Bruce's mom was an Arkham, and I think they made the asylum. They're like a big old family, like the Vanderbilts, but they did something. I can't remember exactly what they did wrong, but they built Arkham Asylum. But I feel like their money was laundered or something crazy. But just um, the Waynes and the Arkhams were the big families in Gotham, and similar to the Vanderbilts and other big name families here, and the Rockefellers. That's who they are. They're like the Vanderbilts and the Rockefellers here in New York. I think they stole money from people, or it was they obtained their money in not a legal way. So I want them to. I need to do a little more comic book reading myself and find out the history. But I want them to touch on it because they talked about it briefly in the Batman, but nobody else has expanded on it, and I'm hoping they will. I also want the Court of Owls.
yeah, I don't know if we get in the Court of Owls.
I know.
I don't
That's
know
a
if we're
big
getting that.
that's a big undertaking.
That's a huge undertaking. And it's like it's a huge undertaking, and it's also like I don't know. I don't think they're gonna do it, but and also they kind of did a lot from there in the Batman.
Yeah.
So I couldn't see them. Obviously, I trust in Matt Reeves and what his vision is because he's
Yeah.
so good. But I think it'd be very difficult to make it sound fresh with such a similar villain. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I just
Yeah. We're at that segment where I'm missing a piece.
oh no. Have you stepped
I
on any
know.
of the pieces yet?
No,
That's lovely. Good job.
yeah, I've been pretty good at like keeping the pieces together. Um, but
I'm
yeah,
on
I just
corset
got
number
to.
3. This is my
You're on
Spider-Man
course in
corset.
number 3. That's crazy.
Yeah. Well, I'm only making like the front panels, and then I'll do the lining afterwards. But
I
yeah,
love that.
the hardest part really is this, because it's like you said, it's tedious. It's just putting it all together, and then the
Yeah,
boning's really easy.
I really am missing a piece.
Damn.
I know it's such a small piece. I feel like it could be insignificant, or maybe it's not. And I won't know until I'm like halfway through something and the piece is gone.
The piece is gone.
And I'm like, why isn't this structure staying together?
Why is this falling
But
apart?
I've been pretty good at organizing everything and making everything together. It's just this piece actually doesn't look like a structured piece, so I should be okay. Um, it's definitely not on the floor. I've been pretty good at it. It's just Missing.
Missing. Missing.
Just one piece missing. What goes over it? Dang.
I liked seeing more Bat Brats.
Oh yes, I did like that episode. Man, I did the mistake of like talking about how I was like, oh look at Carrie, I see this Robin. And so everyone is like correct, like, did you there were all Robins, there were all these Robins in there, like everybody was tweeting. I was like, y'all just are so quick to tweet. So I tweeted like, hey, notice that these are all Robins.
Yeah.
But it's just so weird, the culture of like, we need to correct someone. Like if we see
I hate it.
something, we're not gonna talk about it. We're just gonna go straight into correction mode,
It's like, hi, by the way, you're stupid. Didn't you realize they're all Robins? Like,
They
sorry.
didn't you
Sorry.
realize is my least favorite.
Yeah.
Didn't you realize? I'm sure you didn't know.
Yeah.
Blah, 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 blah,
You know
blah.
nothing about this. I'm like,
Okay.
yeah, you're right. Sure. I know nothing.
You caught me.
Yeah. Fake fan. Fake fan. This whole time I've been pretending to like comics. All the stuff on my wall, fake.
That's what that's it's just the hubris of being like, clearly she wants to be a part of this, right? Like this is maybe I can hold on. I think I found a way to remove this.
The broken piece.
Yeah. Yeah. A little Jimmy rigging. This is what Black people are the most industrious, is during times of strife.
We're really, really good at finding a way to figure it out.
We're
gonna
the issue is, can I get this piece off? Yes, I just did. Nice.
Amazing. Nice.
And I know that piece was somewhere around here. I just don't know where.
Watch you find it tonight.
Oh, I'm gonna find it tonight after I built this entire freaking building. And then let me put maybe a flat piece in here to mimic it. Do I have a flat piece?
I want a Batman Beyond series again.
A Batman Beyond series?
Yeah. That's one of my faves. I love Terry McGinnis.
We're talking about that I think on my Discord. About like how just the boldness it took to be like, yeah, I'm gonna do a totally new Batman story, and I'm gonna make Batman nothing, like put him into behind the chair. And honestly, it gives him the idea of the Robin and like how effective it could be when Batman is no longer trying to do everything himself.
Correct. When he's not micromanaging. Yeah.
I mean, he was still micromanaging,
but not. Yeah. Old Man Bruce is so crotchety and hilarious to watch.
Yeah. I would be interested to see like when it inevitably gets like redone in animation or whatever, exactly how that's gonna look,
Yeah. I'm very curious because I think that their whole world was it makes me laugh because I'm like, damn, we're supposed to have hoverboards and all this cool tech by now, and parties are supposed to look like they do in the intro of Batman Begins, and clubs don't look like that anymore. Why not? I feel like I'm losing out.
Like you're missing out. You're like, there's a piece of club
that I'm missing
that I should be. And I mean, I ain't going to the club, but I feel you there. Like they sold us something that doesn't exist.
It doesn't exist. But no, I like the nuance of it, and I thought, yeah, it was a very brave concept. I like the game. I like Gotham Knights as a game as well, and that is very much what happens when Batman is dead. What happens when Batman is gone? How do we work together?
Real quick, I have finished bag 8.
Woo!
Bag 8 was a doozy, but we did it, y'all. This is bag 8. I built this building here. If you take a look, and that's about it. It had a really tricky structure in the center.
The red
I'm pretty
sky is
proud of it.
crazy.
Yeah. Shit is going down. Shit is definitely going
Really going
down.
down.
And yeah, there are a couple of loose pieces here, as we normally have, but everything's on the up and up. Everything is matching. So now we're gonna move over to bag 9, y'all.
Woo!
And if anybody's still watching, and has the internet, we are doing the episode catwalk. So if anybody wants to look up catwalk and see what that means, and let me know in the chapter. But if you guys could give me a round of applause for getting to bag 9.
Woo! She did it.
Thank you. Thank you. Let me get those claps in the comments, please. I'm on bag 9. This is a huge freaking deal.
How many bags were in it total?
44. Bag 9 out of 44.
You're gonna be doing this for the next month.
No, don't say that. I think I'm trying to do it by Labor Day. I want it done. Thank you, David. Thank you, Romero. Give me those proppers. I worked really hard.
You did. Yes, you did.
You know what I'm saying? This is
crying.
I do it live. I share times with friends. I love it. But we're on bag 9. I try to do 3 bags per session.
That's good. How many? So you did 1 out of
3.
1 out of 3 completed? Okay.
Yeah. But these other 2, I be having to warm up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you gotta mentally prepare yourself.
Yeah, like I be once I get into the groove, I'm in the groove. Now I'm in the zone. Nothing can stop me. I'm all the way up.
All the way up. So someone at my store posted, "I heart Big Daddy Drake." I was like, absolutely not. We are crossing this out. It's Kendrick.
Did they put it on your store Insta?
No, I thought about it though. I was like, "What? Watch me put this on the store Insta." I would get flagged immediately. Like HR would be like, "Can you take this down?"
Excuse me. Yeah, they'd be like, "Excuse me.
Take this down." Be like,
take this down is nuts.
Take this down,
please. If you would. Yo, did you see your boy Percy Jackson is a full-on man?
Yes, Walker Scobell is now an adult.
That's the issue with film. That's why I think Percy Jackson, me personally, should have been animated.
Yes.
You can't.
Yes.
Because a big draw of it, not a draw, but a big not. A big theme is we're watching children.
Correct.
They're going to be adults in
2 minutes.
2 minutes.
They're already, yeah. The actor who plays Grover, I forgot his name, but when I met him, he was so excited to talk to somebody who's like a big fan of the books. His voice cracked, and I was like, "Oh, you are in between puberty. that's darling.
Nice knowing you."
I'm like, that's darling, but also this age range is so crazy because as somebody who read the books as a kid and then kind of grew with the characters, it's a little bizarre to see, but at the same time, if it was animated, like it could have been. I know you don't think it's good. I agree, it's not good, but at least the animation's kind of cool. It could have been like a Blood of Zeus type thing or Castlevania. Like
I love Castlevania. Oh, you just exposed me. Yes, y'all. I do not like Blood of Zeus.
You're not alone in that.
You're like, that's not a hot take.
That is not a hot take. Not a lot of people liked it. And
why? Well, tell me, why did you like it? Like, what about it did you like?
I liked the first season because it exposed Zeus for the trash that he is, and I think we need more of that. We need to realize that Zeus is not a great person, great god. Like all the gods have their fallacies, but Zeus in particular.
I don't know. At least me growing up, I always thought it was pretty clear that Zeus is awful, right? Like he was like raping people and like you
Womanizing and yeah.
yeah, cheating on his wife. I do
Yeah.
think that like, and that was one thing I liked about that they changed about Medusa in the Percy Jackson series,
Yeah.
where like they kind of made her a victim.
Yeah.
And it's also the critique on the Percy Jackson series that like it's so early that they're understanding like this is wrong. We shouldn't be doing this, like yada yada yada. And I'm like, nah, this is a child. How can he understand
But
what
that
exactly
was
is going on?
but that was really evident in the books because I find that Percy was like from the jump. Percy's like, y'all hoes is dumb. I mean, Percy's from New York, so he'll tell it like it is, and he was very much like, no, the gods are full of it, and they were like, oh, clutches pearls. This demigod could say such terrible things, and it gave him, it gave a lot of he got some street cred points for that. So I rock with it. I rock with it. I think
And I thought he was a little bit more radicalized, and that's just me personally.
in the books he is more radicalized
No,
for sure.
I felt like he was more radicalized in this.
Really?
Yeah, like not like the stuff that he realized at the end about Kronos and stuff. I think he was like understanding that this was kind of messed up, but I felt like here he was radical. Like he was like, "Yo,
This is
I don't
dumb.
rock with this." Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. This
this
is
is
dumb.
dumb. Toby Stevens is a guy who they chose for Zeus. I mean, sorry, for Poseidon, and I thought that was the perfect casting because the guy is supposed Poseidon's supposed to be like very Jeff Bridges looking, and
Yeah.
would have been happy if it was actually Jeff Bridges, but Jeff Bridges is he's old. He's
What are they gonna do about Zeus?
I think they're going to make Zeus another actor because he has so many different forms. So that I'm like, okay, I can do that.
Are they gonna keep him black?
Probably.
I feel like Disney's done with black people. Jonathan Majors, they're like, y'all dying, yeah.
What's happening? Could
This
y'all
is a
get it
risk.
together? This is some risky business here.
Mm-hmm.
And Lance Reddick was so good. He was my Martian Manhunter fan cast, and really sad to see him go.
I know. It's really tragic. Like, and it's so jarring that like you see someone or you rewatch their work. Like, it's so weird for me to watch Black Panther and know like this
Yeah,
man isn't here
yeah,
anymore. Um, it's just very somber to me.
yeah. Things like that. I'm like, God damn it, you were so important. What happened? Why? I hate when these things happen, especially for black actors. I want to make sure I say right.
Oh, you're breaking up a bit.
Michael, I think it's in Boardwalk Empires, which is one of my favorite movies. Hold on. I want to make sure I say his name right because he was. It was really. It was terrible. Michael K. Williams. Yeah, it was so sad when he passed away due to substance abuse problems. Because I think it was either The Wire or
Oh yes, you're talking
other
about
really popular 90s.
Omar.
Omar, yes. Yeah.
I didn't know who
Yeah.
you're talking
I was
about.
just like,
Yes,
oh,
yes.
what a great actor. And then for him to substance abuse problems, I'm like, damn.
Which came from him
Another
acting.
one. Yes. I'm like, damn. And he lived here. He lived in New York.
Yeah.
Terrible.
31. Y'all, I am building, I think, a puppy shop.
Cute.
Right? I'm gonna show you in a second. Oh no. It's Catwoman. Oh yeah, because I'm doing the jewel heist. So this is
Ooh.
not a puppy heist.
How did you feel about this iteration of Catwoman? And are we
liked her?
Do we wish she was black?
When there's enough black people, I don't mind.
I don't care. Yeah.
Can you guys see this little Catwoman?
Adorable.
Yeah, but yeah, when there's enough black people, I don't mind at all.
Yeah.
You
and not
know,
even just Black people, like people of color in general. This was a very POC friendly show, and I'm quite grateful for it.
yeah, I put that in my review. One of the goons tracking down Harvey was Asian. And I was like, let's go representation. It was the first thing I
Represent.
thought. And I was like, why
Let's
am
go
I so
representation.
hyped? Why am I so hyped about this?
Like this goon. Like, okay, that
This
may not
goon.
be may
I'm
not be
so
the
thirsty for
right.
it though, you know?
Yeah, correct. Listen,
I'm
we
like,
could
whatever y'all could give me, please.
please, please, people of
Starving out here.
different ethnicities, please. We're yeah, like you said, we're starving. I I do want another Batman movie though.
What kind of Batman movie?
I don't know yet. I do. I want to see the Robins. I
You
want to
said
see
you
the
want to
Robins.
see the Robins?
Yeah, I love Robins. I love all of them. Each individually, they have each of them are have a special place in my heart,
Who's your
including
favorite?
Jason.
I
including
love
Jason.
Jason. Jason's one of
Including
my
Jason.
favorite.
You know why? Because he is who he is, and he doesn't hide it.
So which
He
one which is your favorite Robin?
Dick easily.
You said Dick?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, of course. You just like ass.
I
Say it
mean,
for let the
correct.
people know.
Let the people know what I'm about. No,
What is
but
it really
what
about?
is
What do
it?
you
What is
really
it? The
like?
braids? What is it? The
No,
ass?
honestly, it's the ass.
It's a yes. I think Dick's story is the one I fell in love with the most. Just being, being an athlete, loving gymnastics as a kid, and this like tragic kid who watched his parents fall from doing
Doing
track.
something routine.
Right, like that's such a jarring. I can't even begin to imagine the emotions behind that, and so I like seeing him try to be a leader, try to be the best version of himself. But I also like how much he loves Bruce, but also hates Bruce because Bruce is easy to hate. He does
And
so
they're
many.
and they're making it clear in this how easy it is to
It
hate
is
Bruce.
easy, yeah, easy. Yo, he talked back to Alfred, and that's where I draw the line. I'm like, you don't talk to Alfred like that.
I love how just like in the comics, Alfred is like untouchable, right? Like
Correct.
we do not
We do not.
bother out of, you know what I'm saying?
We
Like
respect Alfred in this house.
yo, dead ass. Because
Yeah,
anyone I talk to about their show, they're like, the way they treat is absolutely
deplorable.
deplorable, and we do
Deplorable.
not stand it. We
Yeah,
don't. The Joker respect, like everybody just respects Alfred.
yeah. We don't. That's the one person I'm like, you can't. You don't touch him. There's
But
no touching Alfred.
I do like it in terms of it being a way to gauge how immature this man is. You
Yes.
know, and how
Yes.
not ready he is to be Batman,
Batman.
you know?
So in the Batman, that was like I said, I didn't like the actor. I didn't like Andy Serkis who played Batman, but I also did not like the way Robert Pattinson was talking to Alfred. It was giving, white kid who yells at his mom, and I'm like, there, this is so disrespectful. Why are
But
you talking to him?
I do think that was intentional, right? Like they
Yes.
wanted you to be uncomfortable with the way he was talking to Alfred.
Yeah. I was just like, why are you talking to him like that? That's your mom.
Right. I know you were raised better than this by Alfred.
By Alfred. Why are you talking like I could hear him in my my West Indian is showing. I raised you better than this. Like,
You know better.
yeah, the very much like you know better than that. But we were talking about favorite Robin. Who is your favorite? And if it's Jason, I'm gonna laugh. But I understand.
Right? I want to say it actually probably is
It's
Jason.
Jason.
I could say I do bang with Damian Wayne.
That is on brand for you.
Psychopath. If y'all didn't know, that's why she's saying it.
No.
That if you guys really want to get to know, is this backwards? Oh, maybe this is.
If you really want to know, Frankie, figure out. I feel like that's a personality test. Like that's a date question. Who's your
Yo, it's a
favorite?
date question.
Yeah.
What kind of lantern are you?
Ooh.
And also to Tam, I finished the show finally. But yeah, my date questions. What kind of lantern would you be? Right? And who's your favorite Robin? But yeah, Jason for sure is one of my favorite Robins, not gonna hold you. And then
I feel like no one says Tim.
a lot of people say Tim, especially if you
Really?
grew up on the Titans.
Oh,
You know, if you're a
yeah.
smarty pants,
Yeah.
Tim is definitely smarty core,
Smarty
right?
core. It's giving Donatello of
He is
TMNT.
definitely is Donatello. Like
He's
he's like
Donatello coded.
he definitely is. But you know, I liked him. They made him Blasian in
Yeah.
Titans.
Yeah, which I really liked.
That he was
Um
Blasian, yeah.
I like so I hate Titans, but I also have they did a lot right. They just did so much wrong that I can't forgive them. The costumes were atrocious.
The costume, yo, and I was like, it's like they can't. They're like, this is too good.
We gotta mess it up a little
We
bit. We
gotta
can't
mess it up a little
a
bit. We
little
gotta
bit
put a little something. We just gonna make this one of the best things on
because
TV.
Damaris Lewis's Blackfire suit got to be one of my favorite superhero suits ever. That
Yo,
the time, effort, money, and care they put into her suit.
that's why Connor was so sprung.
Yeah, me too.
You said same,
Same,
same. I get
same.
you. I get you.
When
When
she
I
stepped
said
on,
Blackfire is a little nuts. She also was. I was like, why is she so much pretty? Well, not prettier, but
but
she gave an allure.
yes,
She's more enticing.
yes, I think that's just Damaris Lewis as an actress because she is
Mm.
very enticing as an actress in general. I was in love. I saw her and I'm like, yeah, Connor, I get it.
He
I
said
ain't
the
gonna
word
hold you.
copy.
Got
Copy.
copy. I'd sell anything. You want the
All right.
secrets?
I made this Riddler
Uh,
sign. Can you guys see?
corset
Getting
number
there.
2, Spider Man.
Oh,
Yeah,
you get into like mass. Let me see one more time. Yeah, you're
and
about to
then
be mass producing.
I'm trying to be.
Like you're. How long does it take you to get a corset done? Okay, so I'm
I
covering.
have I would have to time myself, but if it's doing it on stream is great because I find I can do things a lot faster while talking to people. I don't
Oh,
know
nice.
why. Yeah, my brain just so when you were telling me, I'm like, actually, this would be perfect because I would just sit and watch TV. I'd watch Rings of Power and then do videos on it.
I do wanna watch Rings of Power. Cause it comes. When does it premiere? Later this week.
August 23rd, I think, is the date.
Okay, so I may watch Rings of Power and catch up. Because I met the actors. I love
Yeah,
it. Ishmael Cortez is actually from the same part of Puerto Rico my family's from.
I
And
love
y'all,
that.
he doesn't speak like a Puerto Rican as an elf, right?
No,
He
no,
is the most, y'all don't get it. He's the most
Puerto
Puerto Rican
Rican.
man I've
Yeah,
ever seen. It
that's
was
he. And it's funny because when I saw him on screen, I'm like, he's has to be Puerto Rican. I wouldn't be surprised if he was from like lived in New York too. Like something his
oh,
essence
he
is
lives
like
in New York now, yeah.
yeah, correct. See, I saw it. I could
You're
tell.
like, yeah, got it.
Got it. You
So
know,
does this
Rings of Power is it's pretty good. I know we're supposed to be talking about Batman, but
we can talk about honestly whatever we feel like it. We not ain't nothing committed, you know?
yeah, I enjoyed it. I don't know if I enjoyed it clearly just because there were people of color in a fantasy series that's as big as Lord of the Rings. But I liked getting a bit of more Lord of the Rings lore to see as a different body of work aside from literature because those books are long. Um, I'm at the point in my life where I don't have time to sit and read, uh, you know, 2,000-page books anymore. I'm not taking long flights, and I'm not. I could do it in school because I would take the train from Connecticut home. Some holidays, so I had time to read. Now I can't do it. Maybe I'll do it on an audiobook. Who knows? But No, it's nice to see some Lord of the Rings lore that isn't just in a book. And Galadriel slaps. She's great. The actress is really very compelling. Celebrimbor is also like everyone in it.
They could have found an actress though that looked more like Galadriel.
Like Kate Blanchett.
Like clear, yeah.
Yeah, yes.
I was like, there got to be more someone else who looks like Kate Blanchett because she has such defining features. I was like, this doesn't even look like the young version of her.
Right, and I don't discredit that, but I think just all of it. She's a different Galadriel than we have seen, and I think we forget the bad bits of Galadriel was when she was younger.
I did too, because when I was like, they kind of hyped up this woman and she didn't do anything in the movies, you know?
Yeah.
And now
saying she didn't do anything is a stretch, but I
think she gave gifts. She was Santa. Was she not Santa?
I want you to make a thread about that.
About how she's Santa?
Yeah.
I'll do it. You know.
Yo, make a video. I want
not
the Lord of the Rings
hate
fans.
Me on here.
The Lord of the Rings fans will probably eat you alive.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah,
absolutely.
That's definitely one of the most toxic fandoms for sure.
You know, every time I join a new fandom, that's what people tell me immediately. They're like, "Oh yeah, it's one of the most toxic fandoms you could join." I'm like, "Great."
For each fandom, or like just specifically for
every time when I joined Star Wars, My Hero Academia,
that's
Lord of the Rings, all that's toxic. Hilarious. Every single time.
I feel like My Hero Academia is. That can't be that bad, can it?
Nah, My Hero's pretty bad.
God.
Delusional too.
Oof. I don't know.
A lot of you saying that because you in the fandom. It's all right. I was the same way when I realized I was in the Beehive. I was like, is the Beehive really that bad? People were like, it's pretty bad.
It's a cult. We're in a cult.
Right. I'm not on that high of a level of the cult though. At least that's what I like to believe.
I'm self-aware of the cult.
You're self-aware of the cult.
The cult. Yeah. I can acknowledge that it is a cult without
being in it, right?
Right. Do I listen to Renaissance?
Twitch to YouTube? Someone came onto YouTube, fake voice. Feel it. Fake voice. Fake voice is from my he's on my Discord, and it actually sounds like his voice is fake. Like he sounds like Deep Throat.
I'm crying. Oh my god.
Yeah. No, honestly. All right, y'all. Bag 9.
Woo! Completed?
Told you once I get warm, once I get warm,
once we get
that's all that that's all that matters.
That's all it needed.
All right, so this time I got this Riddler symbol in here.
Oh,
more like
it's looking nice.
To be covered. Yeah, I got this little kitty place for Catwoman, and then I built more of the bottom structure.
I'm gonna show you a little.
Wait, hold on. Before you do, let me. Put the comments on, make you big. Go ahead. See.
So a little sewing secret. So here's a corset. I did like a top stitch on the front. Here's the inside lining. So it'll be reversible, really.
I love it.
And what a lot of people don't realize is you can use zip ties for boning for your corset. If you don't. Yeah.
And they're probably softer too.
Yes. A lot softer. You have to put more. Like these are really thin. So I have like industrial ones that I like to use, but I could use like these small ones along with the big ones to just ensure that it's encapsulated, and it's cheap. Boning is expensive. Steel boning's really pricey, and back in ye olden days, they used to use whalebone, and that shit would stab you. So no, we are using zip ties.
You don't have access to whalebone. Is kind of crazy. I thought.
Yeah.
I thought there'd be more there, you know?
It's funny. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, no. I just wanted to tell everybody, give me my propers. Let me get a round of applause. Because I am on back 10. Back 10. Yeah. I feel great. And I looked up here. I said, yo, this shit is empty. And then I realized that I put the rest of them on the floor. There's
Crying.
24 over there. And then bag 11 through 16 is over here. So,
11 through 16. Just
11 through 16 through
have you done a
19.
stream every day?
No, I didn't do one yesterday. And I just started on like
Friday?
Thursday.
Thursday.
Yeah. But yes, thank you everybody for the claps. I'm on bag 10. We outside.
We
We're doing it.
it.
We're gonna get at least 3. I may do 4 today.
Yeah,
And this one has Harley Quinn.
Yay!
We were just talking
How
about
did you
her.
feel about Harley Quinn's outfit? Like, this was the most demure, and the color scheme was off.
Do you know who that? Have you heard those demure? Very demure.
Yeah, very demure. My makeup for work is very demure. Yes.
Very mindful.
No, I was, obviously as a costume designer, I'm like, green Harley Quinn? Do I hate this?
Yeah, right. But you know, I thought it was once again just the risk they were willing to take.
Paid
And
off.
I bang with that. Yeah.
Yeah, paid
I
off.
bang with that. Oh, this Harley got the blicky. She don't got a
hammer. She said,
she got a hammer. She just it ain't the hammer we used to. You know,
crying.
She got this hammer.
She said, brop. Damn.
And I made a little gargoyle thing, so she goes right on here.
Oh, what a slept on show.
Which one?
Gargoyles. Bring it back.
Is it slept on? I think people know it's incredible.
Bring it black. Bring it black. Bring it black. Bring it back.
Also bring it black because Keith David.
Correct. Yo, the man, the myth, the legend.
I know I still haven't met him. He don't be at cons like that because he's a
no.
Because he an actor.
Correct. He be busy. But he is in
busy.
He's in Has Been a Hotel. Have you watched that yet?
I love Has Been Hotel.
Okay, great.
Good. I love Has Been. I heard I didn't cover it because I heard the creator has said some odd things.
Correct.
Yeah. That is correct. What you heard is correct. And so I didn't really cover it much. And I did one review and people were like, meh. You know, people didn't if you don't really respond favorably to my review, then I'm like, not favorably, but if it doesn't do well, it's
You're
like
okay. Why bother?
Why bother doing all this work if y'all not going to see it?
What I love that it is still inherently very gay, as it was when it was on YouTube. I'm glad that's happened. I don't love all the voice actors being changed, but I get it.
Yes, I don't get it because, especially since those voice actors is what made the show famous.
Yes.
And A24, I thought always prided themselves on being indie and different. And so to change, it felt shady to me.
It is entirely. Yes. It is.
You're like, it shouldn't feel. It is.
Yeah, it is shady. What you're surmising is correct. But I think that's why Keith David is so busy. I think he's doing has-been stuff, and good for him. I like hearing him sing.
Oh, I love him as Dr. Facilier.
Yeah.
Are you ready? Yo, everybody does. They be like, "What, Keith David?" And I'd be like, "Dr. Facilier."
Forgot. I just hear Goliath, and I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, Goliath. Yeah. That's how you can always tell how nerdy someone is. What
the voice actor they associate with,
or just what references in general.
Yeah.
Like speaks to them.
Yeah. Would that be my date question? My Tinder profile question used to be, can you guess my favorite Game of Thrones character? And guys would always be like, I bet it's Sansa. And I'm like, what? Based on what evidence? You don't.
You're a woman and you're black, so you're like, she looks like someone who likes strife. Like, or maybe they're trying to call you girly. Why are you trying? This is what I don't be getting. I'm like, are y'all trying to fuck or not? That's what I be trying to understand. I'm like, why do y'all treat us this way? I thought y'all was trying to get buns. Like, I thought that was the goal of this conversation.
It's just so funny because I put on Tinder, I'm like, if you could guess my favorite Game of Thrones character, we'll go on a date. And so many guys tried and none of them thought about Arya. And I'm like, the
Because
correct go
Arya's
ahead.
for the boys.
Oh, my mistake for not realizing. Oh,
I thought you knew that.
apologies.
I thought
Apologies.
you knew that. Arya's for the boys.
As a resident tomboy, apologies. I wasn't aware.
You know what I'm saying? She was made for men. I
For
will say,
men.
I agree. Like for the tomboys, it's great, and I think George did a way better job of her. But especially towards the end, I was like, this is just a palpable. We were talking about this with Toph too, right? Like a
Yeah.
palpable woman character for men to
Man, yeah.
enjoy.
Be okay with. Yeah. But I felt I liked her because her and her sister, I think, did a great job of controlling their own destiny. They were put in such terrible situations, and they're like, okay, well, I have to grow up and figure this out, and they both did in their own way. Um, sometimes you have to become an assassin, sometimes you have to kill your rapist, like, just girl
It is
things.
what it
It
is. It
is what
is
it
what it
is.
is.
It is what
Yeah,
it is.
yeah,
You just
yeah,
kind of
yeah,
have
for
to,
sure.
do it.
Take
And
it,
so
yeah.
just take life by the horns and kill your
Take
rapist.
life by the horns
Horns
is nuts.
and kill your rapist. So
Kind of crazy.
kind of crazy, but it is what it is. And so yeah, like you were saying, she is palpable for men because yes, tomboy and she's cool. A lot of people were really mad about her sleeping with Gendry, and I did not understand it.
Yo, it's do you watch Umbrella Academy?
Yes, but I haven't watched the new season, so don't spoil
Damn.
it. But
Yeah, it's terrible. But yeah. They it
oh no.
I think with Gendry and also the actor, putting that actor in a position where they have to sleep with a child that they saw as grooming. A child that that's their little
Yeah.
sister, da da da.
Yeah.
And now they're like, now fuck.
But for the actors, I understand that chemistry being weird. For the audience, they're like, no, she's a child. I'm like, this girl
Yo,
is.
no, but even in the show, right? He did know her as a child.
Yeah, but he was also a child.
Was he a child?
Yes, they're not. Their age differences is maybe like 4 years tops.
On the show?
Yeah, they're not. I mean, given everyone's aged up in the show immensely, but in the show, he's not that much older than her.
Yeah, but they're at that age where even that age gap means a lot, right? If she's 16, that means he's 20.
Was she
You get
16
us?
by the end, or was she
Yeah,
17 by then? She's 16
even
because I
17 and a 21-year old
one-year-old.
is
That's fair.
weird. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
yeah. But I feel
Is
like
that
people are like, "Why is she having sex?" I'm like, she is 16. Like that's what you're doing at 16. That's what I was doing at 16. I don't know.
that's what you was doing at 16?
Girl, listen.
Mm-hmm.
I'm smart, but I also,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
hmm
Saxon. You need to be
Anyway,
in the books. That's why we sewing and playing with Legos. We wasn't focused on the things that we needed to
hey,
focus
hey,
on.
hey! I could do both. I'm really good at multitasking, as I'm doing right now.
Facts, right? We are marvels, y'all. This is what a modern woman looks like.
Correct.
Okay, take it in,
I went to
breathe
work
it in.
and I took a nap. I cleaned my apartment, and I'm now making a corset. Come on,
I
drop
I agree.
drop
Yo,
drop
people,
some applause in the chat, okay?
yeah, throw some applause in the chat for women, please, and
We're
for
trying our
Vanta
best.
specifically, please.
We're trying our
Cat,
best.
please let us know.
Let us know.
But yeah, there we go. There goes the claps. I was like, we ain't continuing until the claps come in.
I can't
There
see
we
them,
go.
but yes,
You
I
can
love
see it.
that.
Yeah, you can press comments if you want.
Oh, I'm
But you got
done.
claps for David. You got
Oh,
claps.
now I finally see it. I was so focusing on sewing. Yay!
You're like, I was focusing on the task at hand. Frankie, you should try it. Should try that shit. Being a focused woman. I'm building the court. right now.
Ooh, I'm
Oh
gonna.
yeah, because this is from. I didn't even say the episode. I'm so sorry, y'all. Hold on. But I'm building a courthouse, and this is Shadow of the Bat Part Duh 2. And yeah, I'm building a court right now, which is really cool. Really freaking cool. Uh-oh. And now we're at a part where we're missing a piece, like always. Hmm. Where is this piece? Flat gray piece.
The funny part
Uh,
about talking for so long, I'm like, I can't breathe. I get so thirsty. I'm like,
yeah, you see, I
parcel
got
tongue.
water here.
Speaking parcel tongue.
Not parcel.
um,
Oh, that's
that's a crazy debate question that nobody has yet to ask me, and if they do, I think I may cry. How do we just let Harry Potter die?
mm.
Yeah.
Do we just let Harry Potter die?
And let it die out, and then let it research under better better leadership.
Uh yeah. I think we have to.
I think we have to.
We kind of have to, because it's not just that she's tweeting a couple things, right? She's
No,
actively contributing.
and she won't stop. I'm
Right.
just a girl.
Right. Because at that point, I
Nobody.
was like, you don't even care about you're saying, I don't even give a fuck about this money.
Which is crazy. How do you know? I mean, you are that rich and you don't care about money no
She
more?
is that. She actually
That
is
she's
that rich,
that
though.
rich. She's, I mean, I remember when she was the third richest woman, like she was behind Oprah, and I'm like, that's crazy. Jealous. But now I'm like, no, you're terrible. I'm not jealous anymore. I'm just angry.
Just
You know,
angry at what you took from me, you know?
right, right. Like as somebody who was captain of their school's Quidditch team, you now I gotta throw away my jersey. Like, what
You was
have you?
captain of your school Quidditch team. You thought we was gonna just,
Yeah,
you thought we was gonna breeze
just
by
go
that.
breeze by it. Yeah, in college I was, if not cap, I think I was vice captain. And I got a concussion because
Oh my god.
I went to score, and then somebody elbowed me in the head, and then I hit my head on the hoop.
Oh my god.
But it was okay because the guy who hit me was beautiful. He
See
was,
what I say about you worried about those boys, y'all.
yo, he was so fine, and he carried me off the field. I definitely was like, you know that meme of Professor Plutonium and that woman, and she's like, ah, but she's looking evil. That was me.
Yes, that
I
was
was like,
you.
yo, I was like, I
That's why
feel
men don't
safe.
trust women. You know.
No, I had a concussion. Like, it was
You're
bad.
like that concussion was real.
The concussion was real, but how much pain I was in, not as real.
Damn, I can't. I'm missing a piece again.
No, Jimmy
No.
Rig.
Oh, thank God, I found it. Okay,
Okay,
this
great.
time it was actually in the bag.
Oh, great.
Woo.
I'm
I'm
so
doing the Gotham City court. Hold on, let me do the top part of the court, and then I'll show you.
so it comes with like there's like a big book that goes with this. Okay,
Two big books,
love
yes.
that. Love
Two.
that
So
for
I'm
you.
on book one, and then there's a little Lego Batman telling me my progress.
You're not.
Where is he? You see
No,
him?
okay, there he is. Yeah,
Yeah,
like
it's a
that's
little
not
bit
him.
Lego Batman. You're like,
Um,
no, no, there's not, Frankie. What are you talking about?
you're like,
Yes,
I
there's
see
a little
pages.
Lego Batman, and he tells us where we're at, and he's there to like make sure you don't give up, because I would. He's correct.
Because
I
he's
would.
correct. I would most
I would
definitely have given
definitely.
up
Yeah.
at this point.
Okay. Yeah. I think. No. 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 I'm almost done. I'm making pillars for it.
So
Starting in this corner.
I
Okay.
I'm really I do this really silly thing where when I'm installing the boning in this corset, instead of me, so you have to make channels for where the zip ties are gonna go, and instead of, stitching all the channels, I stitch a channel and then put the boning, stitch a channel and put the boning. It's incredibly time consuming when you do it this way. I could just I could
So
make
why?
another.
What makes you do it that way then?
Um, not paying attention.
Oh,
There's no
I thought
logical.
you were being admirable and
No,
like
no, no,
you're like just
not focusing. I'm doing it now though. I'm gonna just make all the channels and then put them in. Sometimes I forget. Sometimes I'm just not paying attention.
yo. I feel that. Listen, I understand all types of creativity now that I'm building this thing, and I'm like, that could definitely be me. Like mess around, you know,
Yeah,
and anything could have lead me to this.
I love that I started this hobby. Like I just kind of want to dress up, and now I'm very much like okay, I
Now you
want to.
getting paid to be at SDCC.
Right, like now I'm wearing corsets that I've made. Now I'm gonna walk in a fashion show. Like this is crazy.
Oh, which fashion show are you walking in?
Ooh, we can't say much. All I can say is I hopefully fingers crossed. But I'm gonna shamelessly plug them. Mooney's Club. Go follow them on Instagram.
I
They're gonna
love
have
Mooney's Club.
an anime themed fashion show. So if you want to be a part, you want to model some of your cosplay stuff, I would definitely go and sign up. And hopefully you'll see my some of my work. I'm gonna do a JoJo's Bizarre Adventure collection. That's the goal. It's gonna be some corsets, a pantsuit, a dress. I'm really excited to start on it. I ordered my fabric
Oh,
last
you
week.
have a sewing question from Fake Voice.
Yeah,
Um,
let me
what
scroll down.
distances do you use when you sew, like on the machine, 2.5, 1.5, etc.? Like what distance do you use?
Let me look at my machine to determine the answer.
You're like, I actually go off of vibes.
Yeah, I wish I was joking, but yes, I do actually go off of vibes. Right
Y'all, look at
now,
these little real quick. Look at these little things that go on the building. They're like little
they're so cute.
seals, I think.
Oh, is this Penguin Palace or
No, Gotham City Court.
court? So why are there seals?
I don't know.
Like seal, like the animal, the aquatic animal.
Yeah, like is this a
See,
seal or a bear, a frog? Maybe this is a frog. It's not detailed enough to tell, but it's a statue.
okay. I'm like in a court system. That's kind of weird.
And of course, sister, it's Gotham, you know.
Yeah, you know what? It's Gotham. I feel like is the answer for everything. So currently, when I'm sewing, I my sewing machine will automatically detect the distance depending on what foot I'm using and what stitch I'm using. So I'm using like a basic straight stitch. So right now it's at 2.5. I hope that answered the question.
That is so freaking fly.
I hope that answered the question.
You're like, I actually have really fly shit, and so
And so I don't have to think about that. There are sewing machines that it tells you when the bobbin runs out. And if anybody in the comments, anybody watching, if you have sewn, you know how important when your bobbin runs out, like what that feels like. It's it's kind of like going to the bathroom and realizing you don't have toilet paper. That's the best analogy I can think of.
okay.
Yeah, it's quite because you'll stitch like a long piece of fabric and you think you're stitching it and you think it's gonna look fire and you're like, this is great. This is the best thing. And then it falls apart because the bobbin wasn't there.
Because
So
nothing happened. Yeah,
correct.
because
Yeah.
there is no thread.
There is no thread. So yeah, that is the best way to describe it.
I couldn't imagine. I was like, I feel like that's a pretty good way to describe it. Like that's
It's it's really terrible. I don't like it when that happens. I'm usually in pain. I'm usually grieving.
I would be grieving too, y'all. I mean, you were here, but the other day I got stuck on a piece here, and I gave up. I said, you know what, y'all? Before I lose my cool on this live, I gotta go. I
just
gotta go. I
just
was on my
Hulk,
way out. I was
just
gonna Hulk out for sure.
Hulk out, Hulk smash. So this is the thicker zip ties that I use, and these came from Amazon. My parents needed them for one of their craft projects, so I have a bunch of excess zip ties now from them. Thanks, parents.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys.
This is a sponsored post from
What's the
Santa's
post
Parents.
from Mantis Paris? I'm still really trying to convince my dad to be Doc Ock. So,
Whoa,
yeah,
that's
I
kind
feel
of
like
ill.
yeah, he would be perfect. And I mean, I terrible with actors' names, but Spider-Man 2 Doc Ock, like
I need to go down here. Do
he
y'all
would be.
see?
This looks so cool.
I am. I'm not gonna hold you. I'm really starting to feel myself even more than I was already feeling myself.
Yeah,
This is kind of crazy. This is
that
pretty.
is kind of crazy. Yeah, you're killing it.
They're just telling me to just stack. They're just telling me to stack these things up, I think.
That's crazy good. Are you gonna frame it?
It comes with a frame, but yeah, I'm gonna hang it up.
Ooh,
I'm just gonna hang it up.
comes with the frame.
It comes with a nice little frame. I'm very excited. I'm
I'm
very
excited for
excited.
you.
Thank you. Oh, so how was your night yesterday? You went to a party?
Yeah. Another shameless plug. If you are from the West Indies, you love soca, dancehall, reggae, all the good tunes. There is a group. They host parties. They're called the Wolfpack Experience, and they had one of their fetish parties last night. It is not an actual fetish party. It's just called that. but it's pronounced. It was fet as an FETE ish party. So it's cute. It was like I was like, okay, the theme's cute. I like that.
Now, what did you end up wearing in the theme?
I was about to say I'll explain the color. So the color scheme was based off of different fetishes. So if yellow was if you were into BDSM, pink was if you're into role playing, which I chose because as somebody who dresses up professionally, I felt like that was fitting. Blue was if you're into feet, and green was if you're into an adventure. What does that entail? Nobody knows. So it was a fun vibe because some people were definitely color coded, color matched. Nobody talked about it, and I'm really glad that nobody asked questions because I don't know if I was prepared to talk about it.
To
I mean,
explain, like, what did you mean? Like, so what type of
like
adventure, you know?
right, like I didn't know if somebody was gonna ask me like, so what's adventurous to you? I think I'd be like, I don't know. Do you want to dress up? But I wasn't green. I was
You were pink. Yeah,
Yeah,
because
so
you were talking to me about green, and I was
green,
like, adventure is a
risky
slippery
business.
slope.
Slope. But it was hilarious because I don't really own pink. So except my Kirby outfit, which I don't really want to wear. Sometimes I don't want to wear anime merch to normie events. Sometimes
Yo,
I do.
same.
Sometimes I do. And then sometimes because it's a good conversation starter, but also sometimes I'm like, I don't want to be
Real quick,
Fanta.
y'all. I just finished back 10.
Woo!
Yeah, I'm breezing through these. I
Um,
built
I'll lower this so you guys can
uh
see what I'm doing a
so
little
now I
bit.
got a full square. Hold on, let me get the comments out of here. All right. So I built the bottom square here. That is including the Gotham City. What's
Showdown.
this word called? Court. So this is where we're at. Wow, look at your corset too.
This looks so good. Look at us crafting it up.
Crafting it up. Black
Crafting it
women.
up.
What was it? Girls get it done.
Girls get it. Girls get it
Girls get it
done.
done. Okay. And you guys know the deal. We are on bag 11. I need that round of applause before I open this up. I need it in the chat. 11. So I'm on bag 11 out of 44. If you really bang with me and you want me to continue, please put some claps in the chat. If not, if I don't get a round of applause, I'm gonna stop right here. There we go. Chariot Man Gaming said it. So we back. We back. Tim Cole. Okay, we back. Show us what you got too.
Who me? Sorry, I
Yeah,
wasn't
you.
paying attention. My bad. Look, so
Bag
this is where
11
we are
out
with the
of
corset.
44.
Um,
Mm.
yeah, so I'm just I'm installing the channels on the back. You can see here it's a little bit more structured. I put my zip ties here, and then I'll add some bias tape at the bottom. So yeah, I'm just making the corset more structured. And if you see here, there's a little bit of yellow. I used my chalk to mark out where I'm going to put the zip ties, and then you just stitch the channels and insert it. Yeah, making corsets.
You making it seem like it's super simple when it's
I was about to say
not.
it's not that hard.
I think it's
it's not
hard for
easy.
most people. You're like, you know, I just hit the duty job. Then I ski dee dop. I'm like, what is she saying right now?
Why is she speaking another language?
Like, I do not speak French.
Crying. This is my least favorite tool, but also my favorite tool. This is a seam ripper. So if you ever make mistakes, you can use this to unhook your seams. And I had to do that because I messed up. But you know, don't be afraid to make mistakes.
We all make mistakes. Also, this Bag 11 episode is Riddler's Reform.
Woo!
So, yeah.
Yeah.
I think I'm doing something with Riddler. We'll find out.
I think the Riddler is a slept-on villain. I think he deserves more props.
I think he's starting to get his just due.
Mm-hmm. I think Jim Carrey was the perfect cast for that too.
For the Riddler?
Yeah.
That's fair.
How do you, I know it's a very controversial take, but how do you feel about the Batman bat nipples, like with George Clooney?
Yo, you know, I support it.
Thank you.
I think the Batman, people sleep on it, but it's one of the best adaptations of Batman. Like, just for the simple fact that after he's done, he saves Freeze's wife and then gives him the research so he gives him the tools so he can continue his research.
Yeah, like that's the Batman we need, who's going to make Gotham better, not just justice-wise, not just like beating up the villains, but also encouraging STEM.
Encouraging STEM facts. And who also, like, it shows that he believes in the people, right? Like, that's a common thing that I think people forget is like Batman is not killing because he understands that like anyone can be rehabilitated, you know? And I feel like that was a perfect display of that, to be like, yo, oh, I think I'm building a jail, by the way, as we talk about rehabilitation. And there's a lot of bars here.
Trying. And that's the Babs too. Babs is all about, you know, not everybody should go to jail. Like some people need to be institutionalized. And she's right.
I love that the Babs, which it's funny for Batman and Robin, they definitely were heavily inspired by Bruce Timm.
Yes.
Especially with their Mr. Freeze. That's something that Timm created.
Also your shirt.
Yes.
Yes. Love that. I'm gonna tilt the camera down a little bit since we're talking about it, so you guys can see.
So let me see. Wait, hold on. Let me see. Let me get out the comments so I can see. Let me see. Are we wearing the same shirt?
No. I'm wearing an Ahsoka shirt.
Oh yeah, I forgot you love yourself some Ahsoka. We were talking about Star Wars the other day. Harmon, who's from my Discord as well, and I was just like, you know, it was hard for me to get into it because it's so niche. Like you got to be Star Wars.
You got to be born into it.
You got to be, you got to know. You got to know, or you're going to be stuck. And I was stuck.
I understand. I get it. Unless you like, I wouldn't say I was born into it, but my aunt is a big Star Wars fan. Her siblings are Star Wars fans. So I kind of like got into it because of her. And then another aunt of mine took me to see episode 3. And I left that theater very disjointed. I just didn't know what to feel. I think Anakin was my first like fictional crush. Like and then to watch him just become this awful person, I was like, wow, I don't know how to feel. Like I went to school the day after, like,
what is this? What can I watch?
What am I doing with my life? So yeah, traumatic experience coming from Star Wars. But no, I like that not all the characters are goody two shoes. Like I feel like Ahsoka's a really good character, especially for women because she's very much no, I think this is corrupt and stupid and I'm not dealing with it. And when she says no, it's not a like a soft no, it's a get out of my face no. And I think we need more women like that. I think the age of women trying to be nice and not hurt people's feelings is over. And she's also a badass. She's incredibly talented. So
Okay,
I'm here with it.
real quick aside, I realized that I just finished the top of the Riddler Tower.
Woo! Let me see.
So that's
Yeah. Ooh, the green looks really great in there. Big fan of the green.
big fan.
Big fan. We should definitely do a Batman cosplay for New York Comic Con.
Yeah, everybody's been on me about being Barbara Gordon. I get a text about it, or like people be like, "Don't forget."
That's crazy work. But
No,
like that's not a I feel like that's not a very like that's such a basic costume. I don't think people are going to get it.
right?
Like
I do
she
want
wears
to
a suit.
be. She wears just a suit with a red wig. I
Correct.
may do it and just do some content and not do it for New York Comic Con.
Yeah.
And then just try something else for New York Comic Con, like actual Batgirl from the animated series.
Yeah. One of my favorites. Even her purple suit, I'm like, I'm down for the cause.
You know, you already have her purple suit though, don't
I
you?
do. That suit is so hot. I would not recommend it. It also
You said it's
costs.
hot.
Yeah, it's great for a winter con. Like if you December, perfect. But yours truly, I'm too sweaty to wear that.
Yo, I'm sweaty too.
Yeah.
I too am a sweaty woman, so
Sweaty
I be
women
sweating my
unite.
butt off. Facts.
Yes, especially at cons. I don't know
Not
why.
demure. It's not demure at all.
Not demure. It's not demure at all. Not demure. Not demure at all. Yeah,
Have you seen those videos? They're right
they're
now.
so funny. They're
And you know,
so
some people
funny.
are taking her seriously and like being really transphobic and mean to
Oh
her. And she's
no,
like, y'all, this is a joke.
joke.
Is it not?
Relax. Do you see my makeup
Right.
for work? It's demure.
She's like, I'm teasing myself, actually.
Correct. And it's so funny because I was gonna show up to work with like crazy makeup just because I had a meeting and I'm like, I'm not actually working, so I could do my makeup however I want and not scare people. And then I chickened out because I was too tired.
You're like, cause I didn't have time. Story of my life.
Story of my life. Time. What is that? Construct. Social construct. I do. Do you think we're ever gonna get another Talia al Ghul?
Oh yeah, they love Talia.
I need her to be brown.
Yeah, that French ass woman.
Yeah. I'm like, why you got this French? And she's not even like Algerian.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
if you're gonna
Says
pick
she's
someone
not even Algerian.
Algerian, like pick, I don't know, pick an ethnically French person, not Marion Cotillard.
I will say that, you know, his whole thing was he wasn't trying to really create a Batman story, right? He was just trying to create films.
Right. And I appreciate that because that is my favorite body of work from him. One. Two, that is one of my favorite trilogies. Second to Lord of the Rings. But I also don't be a coward. Put some people of color in your fucking movies.
Don't be pussy.
Yeah, don't be pussy. Put people of color in your movies. That's it. Like
Back then though, everybody was
Right.
pussy. Like now, I
Yeah.
think like, well, I don't know, since Tony Stark's about to be, since Robert Downey Jr. is about to be you know,
nobody asked for that.
apparently people love it.
I think people love it because it's the like I think if another option was given, people would love it.
Yeah, right?
I think it could have been John Hamm. It could have been Cillian Murphy.
But they need a Romani actor. And
They do.
If you could find a handicapped, deaf, Native American Mexican woman,
You can.
I don't think Romani is a stretch.
That is the most. Yeah, that's yeah. You're nail on the head right there.
Like, I
Yeah,
feel like we should be okay.
yeah, agreed. And the fact that they're like, oh, we couldn't find anyone. I'm like, you
They
could have.
could. They
I
said,
found
listen, we
one. I forgot the
gotta.
guy's name, but it was a foreign film that I watched, and he was really good. And I'm like,
There
he,
has to be so many Romani actors.
there's
Like,
so many. He was good. He was hot. He was scary. His voice was deep. I'm like, this is what we could have had this, and you cowards chose Robert Downey Jr., who's getting paid like $10 million. Like that's crazy. Cowards.
10
Oh.
million? Try 100 million.
Sorry. Yes, 100 million is the correct. That's the correct answer. The zeros was in my head, not in my mouth.
10 million is chump change.
Chump change. I mean,
You
not to
ready to
us.
bankrupt?
Not to us. Chump 10 million. I could probably do a lot with 10 million. I'd get a lot done with 10 million. I'd invest in my business. I would get a New York City apartment. and groceries.
Well, yeah. So then you won't have money to invest in your business. And
Yeah. And that's probably all I'll be able to afford because rent here is so stupid expensive.
yeah, maybe you could get in the Bronx.
Maybe. You know what? I should invent a time machine, go back, tell my dad to buy a brownstone back in the 70s or 80s, and then I'll be set for life. Or even my grandmother or grandfather and be like, hey, can you just buy this brownstone real quick? Thanks.
Right. You do me this one solid.
That'd be a really hilarious short story or movie. Like someone.
Just a bunch of black people making sure we got institutional wealth.
Yeah.
That's
Like,
what we're doing.
yeah.
Oh, you can time travel. Yeah,
Yeah. Like you
let me
go
get
back in
into
time
this.
and you get a brownstone. Like that's all I want. I'm not solving world hunger. I'm not doing anything for world peace. No. It's institutional wealth.
And that's it.
And that's
Okay,
it.
we're at the segment where I feel like I'm missing a piece.
Yes. Favorite segment. When every time that happens, you should have like a little siren go off.
I missing a
Peace.
piece?
Wow, wow, wow,
Brr, 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 brr. Yeah, dead
wow.
ass.
Yeah. And then have like a trivia question.
Yeah.
Batman.
What
Batman
this
trivia.
this specific piece, Frankie couldn't figure out. It's all right.
What
This
piece
is
is it? Little
I don't think I'm
trivia.
missing a piece. I think I just didn't put enough pieces for this side.
Yes,
Mm.
someone said One Shot Customs. The fact that they found a perfect casting for Maya says that they were lazy on Doctor Doom casting. Entirely. Entirely. And that was the first thing I said. I'm like, this is lazy. this y'all could have done better, but she chose not to.
Right.
Pathetic.
And yeah, right.
Pathetic.
That he said,
Pathetic.
that's what you wanted, huh? This is
Is this what you want? Did you watch Those About to Die? I hope I
no, I didn't
finished
finish it.
it. Okay.
I know. I was like, why is Ate here to check us?
No.
That'd be
our
his thing every time. He'd be like,
our child.
watch
Did you,
those about to die, Frankie, or I'll
I
kill myself.
I called him telling him about Your Honor, and I'm like, you need to watch this. I feel like as somebody, he's such a cinephile. I feel like he would appreciate it. Even
You were talking when you kept on talking about Your Honor. I thought you were talking about that one with Misty Knight. The show with Misty Knight.
Which one?
She has a judge show that's like kind of like Grey's Anatomy.
Oh God, no.
She said that. Oh God is nuts. Yes.
No.
Oh God is also correct.
This specific piece is from a location that the Dark Knight would stand to watch the city. What is it? Oh, I love that question. Probably like a balcony or something, or a terrace. I feel like Batman likes terraces.
Are they putting their own trivia
Yeah.
questions? Yo, I will say I've curated some of the coolest audience. Like I'm so very proud of the people that follow me because it's like I be on my high horse. Like people be like, "Oh, I can't control, blah 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 blah." I'm like, "That's crazy," because never in my
That
chat
never could never
couldn't
be
be
me.
me.
Couldn't
It
be
could
me.
never be
Could
me with
never
a
be me.
toxic fan base.
Nah. I will say that Toph Wolverine question, I wasn't expecting it to go the way it did. I'm not mad about it, but um, people coming and telling me I'm stupid doesn't get old.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. That's their favorite thing. I get called dumb. If I look right now, someone just called me dumb.
Correct.
That's a fine. Oh, I'm making Paulies.
Polies.
Paulies.
Yeah, going in with my seam ripper because guess who made a mistake? I'm gonna do like an air horn.
You made a
Guess who made a
mistake.
mistake?
Here's Paulies. And I'm about to put Paulies right next to.
I don't know why, but I just imagining Paulie D in Gotham, and I'm cracking up in my head.
Why is
I,
it?
I feel like the cast of Jersey Shore belong in Gotham. I feel like that's not a. So, people, I don't remember who, but somebody was like, oh, Gotham is based off of Chicago. And I'm like, on what planet?
Yo, it's really hard because of I guess it's supposed to be because especially since the new 52, they put out um a new map and they kind of made it Chicago and
Disgusting.
I think it's because New York is not as dangerous as it was when
As it used
Batman
to
was
be.
created.
I love that.
So, they're like, well, this doesn't really
Damn.
he on
Like,
the Upper West Side.
what is he doing? Catching the rat catcher? Like, what's happening?
Yo, I got a lot of dip on my chip, and I was talking about how that rat czar did her job, and like
Yeah.
I haven't seen as many rats as I used to,
Yeah.
and then the rat chased me home yesterday, and I said,
Well, you were, yeah.
I was
Yeah.
talking shit. I
You
got
were
too
talking
much dip.
shit. You definitely were talking shit and they heard you.
They
They
heard
be
me.
listening.
Yo, and I said that because I said to my friends in LA, and then I was like, which one of y'all told the rats? Because
Which one of y'all?
y'all,
Which
that's what
one of
it's
y'all?
giving. It's giving. We heard you were talking shit.
Yeah. Pull up.
Pull up.
It's giving Nicki Minaj what's good, Miley.
Yo, I
Yeah.
swear I heard them say it.
I saw the
Swear.
biggest rat on the train platform today. I was like, you know what?
Oh, on the platform. Yeah.
On the platform. I'm like, this is none of my business.
Because at what point do we call them possums?
At what point? I would like to see possum, rat, pigeon fight. Possum, rat, pigeon, raccoon fight. Who's winning? Who do you got?
That's the end of the world, okay?
Who
Also,
you
shout
got?
outs to Tony Dominique. She said, I finally made it to the stream. I'm glad. We're glad you're here too.
Yay!
We are also glad you are here. Okay?
Thanks
We
for
are
coming.
I am making a Lego set. Vanta is sewing her custom corsets. Someone said on Instagram, I'm walking through these streets with too much pep in my step. Said the raps.
Said
They
the
said,
rats.
listen, they not scared of us no more. They think we not outside. That's what the rat
Correct.
said.
The rats.
And
The rats.
I learned.
And I learned. I learned my lesson.
I learned.
I was like, you know what?
You
That's
know what?
not. You know what? I'm
I was
good.
like, I'm not even really scared of the rats like that.
Oh, you're not scared. Oh,
Right.
okay.
That's what they were saying. Oh, you don't think we a threat.
Oh, come outside. We're not gonna jump you.
We not gonna jump you.
We're not gonna jump you. Step closer to the platform. Step on the yellow.
Yeah.
We're not gonna jump you.
We not gonna jump you. That's what they was talking to me like.
They talk to you crazy.
They was, and I let them. I'm soft. They were right.
They were right.
Oh, Frankie
Sorry.
Kuzmi. Correct.
Like I apologize. Sorry, Mr. Rat. You're right.
Right.
You're
Who am I?
right.
Who am I to be talking this way? To be talking so freely?
I'm waiting. I'm excited for the Penguin series too. I was just thinking about that. I'm like,
Oh, it's gonna be so
this is about to be
freaking
fire.
good. It's gonna be so freaking good. I cannot wait. Ooh, I'm doing like a little kitty cat, little neon lights on here.
Ooh.
Yeah. Ooh, now I got my I got my
I don't know if that
tweezers. I
goes there.
could place this on with precision.
Ooh.
Every De Niro.
They gave you tweezers? That's
No,
cool.
these are my own tweezers.
I was hyped for you. I was like, oh.
He's like, who still really thinks about the little guy? No.
No.
They don't care.
They're not like
wow,
us.
this is so cute. Look at this building.
Oh, I love that with the neon. That's so
Oh,
cute with the neon.
Y'all, I think. And tell me if I'm bugging. And you tell me if you're fatigued too. I think I'm gonna do bag 12.
Listen, let's go.
Right?
I'm gonna finish.
Oh wait, hold on.
I
I had a little bit more. Too much dip. I got to do this little.
Too much dip.
Too much dip. Hold on.
Love dip though.
Hold on. I love the dip, but there's a lot on this chip. There was a lot on this chip, but I'm finna do this one piece real quick.
Do you have a favorite?
And then
dip?
what?
Like a cheesy.
Yo,
dip?
French onion
with the
I'm
little
a big
crispies
fan
in
of.
it.
Yeah, French onion I'm into. I love guacamole. Obviously, I'm a big. If you guys follow me, you know I love avocado.
You are an avocado.
I actually, if you are what you eat,
correct. You are an avocado.
Okay, now I'm done with this section, and it's actually gorgeous.
It is really pretty.
I just did this cat seed. I had to really quickly build this guy here. This is Catwoman's spot. So I did Catwoman's spot and I did the Riddler spot, and it looks phenomenal. So before I go to number 12, this will be the final one because I probably should eat soon. Vanta, show us where you're at.
Show and tell. So this is where we're at. I'll turn it on this side so I can show you guys. So as you can see, the yellow at the bottom, I have 4 more channels that I need to stitch, and then the boning is done. And after I finish the boning, it's gonna fit like this. Boom, done. I'll put straps on, and I'll put a zipper on the back, and then it's done.
I love that.
Yeah,
all right.
I love putting zippers. Easy to come on, easy to come off. Because people lace up corsets themselves. I'm like, I don't have the patience.
You're like, I couldn't.
I did it last night. I'm like, this is never again.
Bag 12 is small, so I may do lucky number 13.
Hey,
it's 7:22. By 8:30, I got to be out of here. You know?
Yeah. 8:30. I want to start my coat.
So you said to do more work. I'm trying to eat dinner. Our priorities are different. So this episode is Feet of Clay.
Ooh, Clayface?
Yes. Yes. Talking about being dramatic.
Yes. You know, so I like that episode a lot too, because I like Clayface as a villain. But I also, when he was like, oh, I'm only casted in these certain type of roles, I was like, I feel like that's what the struggle is.
That's why they kept him a white man.
Yeah, but I wish they made him a black man, because a lot of conversations, especially at San Diego, like the panel you were on, a lot of black actors are saying, they were always like Sug number 1, basketball player number 2. And I feel like that would have been an interesting dialogue if he was black.
Yeah, but I think what makes us stronger is the fact that we don't let that define us, and we persevere, and we're okay. It would be the one white guy's like, whoa, I'm white and I got the talent. What's their problem?
What's the issue? And it was just like
the issue.
And the issue for him was he was ugly.
He was ugly as fuck.
Yeah.
And she came in and he thought he got the BBL. He was gonna be
ready. He was ready. And she's like, you're too ugly for me.
Still don't like you, sir.
Not gonna lie. She said no uglies, no pervs, no weirdos, no uggos.
She's a queen.
She's a queen.
We love her.
You know what? I don't discredit it. She said you have to be at least medium ugly.
But he got handsome though. That's where his confusion was. He was like,
Yeah,
"But
but I'm
I'm
hot
handsome
now.
now." Yeah.
I'm
Why
hot
are
now.
you?
Why?
What are you even tripping about right now?
Yeah, it's giving. I was ugly
You
in
don't know
high
what you
school.
want.
I was ugly in high school, and now I'm hot, but girls still don't like me.
But he thought it was because he was ugly.
Yeah,
And really, I think it's just very intimidating for someone to say, I changed my whole face for you. What's up?
yeah.
And pull
That's
up to your spot. I'm like, well, what do you want out of this
also
interaction? And
why did you do all of that?
that's what I'm saying. That's a lot of pressure to put
That
on
is a lot of
women.
pressure. So yet again, more pressure on women.
More pressure on it. First of all, I just realized you have this. Hold on, I'm trying to go to the comments. I just realized you have this headset. It's so funny. Once that custom said, "Ugly is the new minority." Heard,
Heard.
heard. I received
Ugly.
that. I received
Ugly.
that.
Because
And
we're joking, but the Ugly series is going to be live action. It was a popular young adult fiction.
yeah, did you see who they cast as the uglies though?
No, who did they
I
cast?
read the uglies. They
Yeah,
CW'd it. Even the uglies are like insanely attractive people. It makes
correct.
absolutely no
No
sense.
sense. But I mean, what
No.
casting call would that? Like, hi, you have to be ugly for this
A
role. Like, how
regular
do you?
casting call. I've seen if Patton Oswald and them are doing just fine. I'm not the best looking people that you could find, you know?
Correct. Yeah, you can't be painstakingly gorgeous and be
Right.
in a series called The Uglies.
As the before. These are
That's the
the before.
before and the after surgery. Yeah,
Telling me these
crazy.
befores look like that. Like,
Like,
please.
get out.
No facts. Get out of here, please.
Scurry.
Scurry
Be like the
away.
rats. Be like the rats. The way they talk to us. Scurry.
Yo, they are telling us to scurry. Be glad that
I used to think it was the pigeons that would win the turf war, but it's definitely the rats that run.
yeah. Don't. I'm sad I got that on 4K. I already told you. Already told you they beefing with me, and now you out here talking crazy.
Yeah. The rats send you a cease and desist tomorrow.
Yo, facts.
Facts.
They're like, we've heard some of the blasphemous things you've been saying, and we don't like it.
We're not a fan. Take this down.
Take this down.
Take
Yo,
this
dead
down.
ass. Please take this down. Thank you.
Thank you. All right.
Hey.
Candles are done. So now it's just
we both said all right. Like we
all
both
right.
got to the spot we needed to be.
So channel. So this is one of the smaller pieces. I'm going to make sure this could probably fit in here. So I'm going to cut this. And for people who wear bras, you know how the wire in your bra.
Wait. For people who wear bras is crazy.
Yo, listen, we are
I don't
inclusive.
wear I wear bra. Yeah, I wear bralettes. I feel you. I just
I was being gender neutral, but I also don't wear underwire bras.
Yeah. That's why I was laughing. I was like, what are you trying to say? Yeah.
For people who wear bras, the underwire is really sharp. So similar to zip ties, you can just take a little bit of sandpaper and sand it down so it doesn't stab you. Tricks of the trade. Don't be like me, who's on a date like this, like doing some shoulder work.
Doing shoulder work. But you're doing the necessary work. That's what you don't. That's what you're not getting here. You know.
Right. Facts. In my head, I'm like, Frank is never gonna have me on the stream ever again.
No, what? This is perfect.
This is
perfect. This is perfect. What are you talking about?
The amount
Everyone
of
loves you.
Tomfoolery that we've had.
Everyone
Really
loves you here.
And
this is the most bags. This is the most bags I've ever done on one stream. Some of it could be that I'm getting better, but also like there's something motivating about you also working.
Correct. I would not have gotten this far. My plan was to procrastinate the project that I have to do by Friday, and not do anything today. I was just gonna watch more TV and try to fill the hole that House of the Dragon left me.
Oh, what did you think? I didn't even ask you.
Oh
What did you
my
think
god.
about?
Ugh. um, Allison pulling a J. Cole is crazy.
Yo, but very on brand for her. She said, "You know what?
Yeah.
This
You
is
know
not.
what?
I don't
This
got no
isn't for me.
dragons. This is not for me.
This is
Facts.
not
I don't
for
even.
me.
They tried to marry me off.
They like my man is not my man who's not my man. That is my man is no longer my man. Like
My
girl.
man is wait. My man who's not my man, who no longer is my man, is my man.
My man who is not my man is no longer my man.
Mm.
I was like, ooh, girl, please get it together expeditiously.
Yeah,
This this was
I would have left
embarrassing.
him the second. I would have known what it was the second he was like, it got to be a guy. I would have been like, copy.
I was like, oh, you want to talk crazy? Hurt. I was like, oh, that's how you
Right,
feel.
her.
Oh, okay, that's how you feel. You weren't saying that last night. It gotta be a guy. Oh,
Gotta
copy.
be. She said, my lover.
Yeah.
My lover.
She was like, my and I'm queen to you. I was like, ooh, 8. The the best was at Harrenhal. You are the king consort.
Consort.
Consort. I was like, get.
Yeah. Consort. Get it right. You
Get it
know?
right. Get it right. Get it tight. Get it tight. I thought the episode was lackluster, and I felt that the previous episode 9 could have been a better closing to the story. Seeing Rhaenyra with her dragons being a badass that she is was great. I would have been satisfied with an ending like that. For her and Alicent to have this little petty like discussion could have happened in episode 1 of season 3, and I would have been satisfied. I think I understand what they're doing. They're building up suspense. This is very much Two Towers. I get it. Doesn't mean I like it.
Yo,
I
you
just
know, I heard that there were supposed to be 2 more episodes and they couldn't get it done. And that's why we saw.
disappointing.
Yeah, that's why
You just made
it
it
was
worse.
the way it was. Oh, sorry. I was like, well, there's a reason, you know?
No,
You're like, no,
it's giving last episode of Game of Thrones all over again.
I don't think that, because I do
It's not
think
that
that it
bad.
set it off. Yeah, like
Yeah.
there's still a solid setup that I'm
Yeah.
interested to see. Like I was okay with it only because I was like, the reason why I'm upset is because I want more,
Yes.
not because I hate it. I didn't like where they went with some of the characters, particularly Damon, because I felt like he had the same character arc as he did in season 1. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, like he was like, I need to protect my wife. Like, bro, yes, protect your wife. Like,
we were saying
yeah.
that.
Yeah, we've been saying that. Like, get it together.
Exactly.
So his whole Harrenhal sequence was just so. I understand it's setting up for a larger story, and that's great. His tie with Helena is interesting to see as well, because I want them to expand more than that. I really do like her as a character, and I'm glad that we have more neurodivergent people in modern media. I think it's as somebody who has sensory issues and often gets overstimulated in places and covers their ears and freaks out. That scene, I was like, I feel seen. I was like, I feel seen. I'm really appreciating this.
Let's take a quick second. I just did this broadcast top. So you saw this man in here. I couldn't figure out what he was doing in this house. And now I know this is actually the Galaxy broadcasting.
Oh,
He's at work.
He's at work.
Yeah, so I just built. So this bag was this building. I finished this skyscraper here. It looks so good. So this skyscraper is done. I'm gonna do. We said 13, right? What time is it?
It is 7:33. You got an hour.
No, I could definitely do one more bag.
We're done.
Because this bag is small too. Let's go.
Let's go. So
we're on bag 13.
I would install a zipper. Like I said, install a zipper and the straps. And the boning's in there, and she's like nice and snug. I'll put some tape at the this is coming out, but I'll put tape at the bottom, bias tape, so it looks nice. But no, this is Spider-Man corset is done. This I will probably wear to New York Comic Con.
Wow.
Yeah,
We out, y'all.
we are
All
out.
right.
Yeah.
Y'all know the deal. For us to continue, you gotta give us a round of applause, or I will cut this right now. I will. Oh, no, not you.
I know.
You out here clapping.
You're so
Not
funny.
you. No, we're
Everyone.
our clappers. Everybody else asking me. Somebody
Everybody
asked,
else.
will I cover the Gilded Age? Actually, Vanta watches the Gilded Age. I should probably watch it. I hear it. I want to watch Industry.
If
Yo,
you
no
want-
claps?
Crazy.
Absolutely not. There's
Oh.
5 people over here, and there's how many people on Instagram? Ain't nobody clapping.
That's crazy. I just
Ain't
made a
nobody
full
clapping
corset
for us.
in 2 hours. I made a corset, and you're not.
I'm building the city.
We have a whole ass
I'm an
engineer over
architect.
here. We have an architect
Facts.
over here. That's crazy.
Dang.
Also,
I think
y'all
they're
don't support
tired.
the arts.
They don't support the arts. That's what I'm hearing.
Wow.
They want us to stop. They want us to stop today. They say you're working too hard. What kind of food should I order? Because I'm not gonna cook.
Thai food.
I was oh, here go the claps. Y'all lucky.
Y'all
The
lucky.
phone was out.
I was cleaning up.
I was right. I was ready.
I was like, okay.
I was like, all right, y'all fuck me then. Okay. No, that's fine. Okay. I'll do 13 then. Sorry.
Yeah, hella lucky. I will
Right.
I'm gonna grab some black fabric.
13.
We'll
Okay.
do.
Well, while you do that, I'll do an update. All right. Well, I'm here with one of my favorite cosplayers, Vanta Black. And we are just being creative together. She's making those corsets, and I am here. Let me bring this up. I'm actually building this Batman build that was given to me by Legos. Thank you. I am making some really great progress. Try to get it close. Ed, see what I'm doing. I am in this corner here. I've gotten this part here done. So we still got the rest of this goddamn tableau. But it's looking very robust. Like, the thing that's cool about this build is
so cool.
it's layered. So like over here is the Wayne Manor, and when I take it off, there's a back part in the Wayne Manor.
That's awesome.
First of all, you're perfect to have on the street while I'm showing my stuff. You're like, wow. And here, if you go into the broadcasting, you can see my man working, So, it's not just something, it's dynamic. You're not just looking in here. There's actual pieces. Down here, I don't think there's anything. Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. In the kitty store, it's crazy because it's covered. But behind this kitty store is actually Catwoman and her cats. Which is also very cool, but it doesn't pop off like the rest of them. And then Paulie's is down here too. I'm assuming that's an Italian restaurant. But yeah, that's what I got going right now. I am on bag 13 out of 44 for the Lego. So I'm going to bring it back down here so you can see what I'm doing. I'm on bag 13. Very excited. Out of 44, I have this book here, and they've been giving me all the tea. It's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy that I'm getting this far. I'm definitely moving a lot quicker than I was before.
That's great.
And I'm so very excited. So let's get to it. And this is a background piece that I'm working on now.
Ooh,
that's cool.
I like background pieces. So I have some scrap fabric. I don't even remember what I bought this for, but it's like a really nice satin. And I'm just going to use it to line the corset so it's got a little body to it. I'm going to cut out the pattern exactly. So when you're lining, you just cut the same pattern, and stitch it on the other side. Similar to the way I did the Spider-Man corset. So
you're doing this for the Batman corset though, right?
Yeah. So the blue so now I'm working with blue fabric, and it's cool because the corset is only 4 pieces. Most patterns are like 10 to 15 pieces. And
what?
Yeah, a lot of patterns. The pattern that I'm trying to think, what was the last pattern that I used that was so intricate, and I'm like, I can't do this. Because after, like, you with sewing patterns, you can get them two ways. You can get them printed, you know, like order off Etsy, or you can get them in a pack, kind of
Mm-hmm.
like this. And then in here, they've got instructions, and then you have the physical pattern. But you have to take the pattern, cut it out, make sure it's to your size, and then put it on the fabric and cut it out of the fabric. The thing is, depending on what you're making, it it's like 10 pieces. I've had bodysuit patterns that are, up to 6 pieces. I'm like, I don't by the time I'm done cutting, I have to do a day of cutting things out and then a day of sewing. Because I can't do all in one day. I'll go crazy.
Like you got to set it up first.
Yeah. But this corset pattern, because I've used it, this is now the fourth corset I'm making. I can now cut the pattern really quick. I can pin it and cut it super fast. So
That's the most satisfying thing, right? Like when you're like, I could do this on my own. Like
I can do
this
this
is.
on my
I
own.
remember how hard it was at first, and now I'm just breezing in.
And
Breezing
now,
through.
I'm talking and making jokes and doing my
Right?
full time.
Making thought provoking commentary.
Thought provoking commentary.
You know.
And so there's obviously you have to use lots of different types of scissors. I'll show you guys some of mine. So these are pinking shears. They're used for fabric that will fray fairly easily. A regular pair of scissors, which you can any ordinary fabric scissors you can use to cut. I have a nice industrial grade pair of scissors that I use for specialty fabrics. There are these tiny shears that you use to snip. You can use to snip your loose threads, and paper scissors. You can't cut paper with the same scissors you cut your fabric. I know that people think you should do that. You should not.
Wait, why not?
Because you're gonna dull your blade of your fabric, and you don't want your fabric to, because you want precise cuts with your fabric so it'll fit better. Because if you cut paper, the scissors are gonna get dull. The more dull your scissors are, the less precise your cuts are gonna be.
Oh man.
Yeah.
You're like, yeah, exactly.
My family will try to use my scissors. I'm like, no, please.
Like you don't. These are not what you gotta hide them.
I'm like,
You
please,
gotta hide them from your parents because they'll act like they don't understand what you're saying. I'm like, don't play with me. I know.
But it's a now running joke because they recently, my dad bought me like a really nice, like tailor grade, industrial grade, specialty made scissors. So I haven't used them yet because I'm afraid. They're so nice.
I would be too.
They're so nice. I'm afraid to use them.
would
So I'll
be
show you
too.
guys a little bit. So see this. This is just me putting the pattern onto the fabric, and in the background you can see my my sword for magic. Just
Oh, I forgot you did magic because I wasn't at that con with you. Which con was
yeah, that was
that? I
Brooklyn.
was like, you out there with them boys.
Yeah, we had a great time. We had a really fun trivia session. Yo, the questions were I was Vanta Black, ha ha ha, get it, like Vanna White. And not a lot of people came to the trivia session, but that's fine. We don't mind. But my mom was trying to answer some of them, and I was proud of her. I'm like, that's right.
You're like, yeah, do this.
She I think she got like 2 right, and I was really surprised.
I love that. Like, I love that. She's being supportive and she's making.
Yeah.
She's trying her best, and that's like, it's rare. Like a lot of people don't get that. Like I was teasing about my mom saying she don't believe in me, and she was like, "Don't say that. I've always believed in you." And she's right. Like definitely, she's
Yeah.
definitely believed in me.
Yeah,
And
they
a
just
lot of
don't
people don't
understand.
have that. Yes,
But it's cool because they went with me to BlurredCon, and now they want to go again next year. And
really.
yeah, I'm gonna get, like, we did an Adams Family photo shoot here at home, and that was great. That was probably one of the best Halloweens I've ever had because, um, as some people don't know, my dad's a mortician. I'm also a licensed mortician, and so being the real life Adams family was really funny. So all of us dressing up, and my aunt, she was Thing, so we like put her hand in the shoebox, and it became a big family project. So cosplaying with your family can be really fun, even if they're not like huge nerds. It's fun because everybody gets involved and everybody enjoys it.
Exactly. But I think people know that, right? Because they do like family, what's that thing called? They do like family shoot. Like get Halloween costumes.
Yeah, yeah.
So like I think they get it, but there's just something about the word cosplay and like once you associate it with like nerdy stuff that they like freak out. They're like, whoa, 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 I'm
Whoa,
not,
whoa, whoa. Yeah. Whoa, whoa,
like
whoa,
you're talking to
whoa.
them crazy. They're like, whoa, what are you?
Whoa, 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 whoa. But I'm so glad that they get it and they like it. My aunt is a big X-Men fan, and I'm pretty sure she's upstairs. So shout out to her if she hears this. But
She's like, why are you talking about me?
why are you talking about me? But she has wanted a Dark Phoenix cosplay for years. Um, if I could get her a ticket to New York Comic Con, I'll make it for her. She's like, next time you go, I gotta be Dark Phoenix. I'm like, all right,
You're
say
like, if
less.
that's what you want, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, don't threaten me with a good time. I'll have
Right,
you out
right.
here.
I'll have you out here looking brand spanking
We
new.
get you a ticket, man. Like, you think
um,
I'm playing?
and my cousin from Barbados is up here, on vacation. And we were talking about Allison Seeley Smith because he used to work with her, and he's like, she's a riot. She's so much fun, and she's such a great person to be around. Just her energy in general is so uplifting, and she's like the right person to be around. I'm like, yeah, she's hilarious.
I could
Um,
definitely see that.
she's so funny. And as serene and regal as she is, she's also really silly. um, at Brooklyn Comic Con, she was talking about being Storm, and in Storm's uh, solo episodes where she's dealing with the adversary, which she also voiced. She was like,
I did peep that
"I
she
peeped
works.
that. I
Yeah.
peeped that," and she was like, sometimes you want to be evil. Don't you just want to? As she goes to the mic and she's like on mic.
Oh my gosh. What does that even mean?
And she makes like this creepy, like slurping evil tentacle noise. That's the best way I could describe it. And
But what does that mean? I feel like, well, wait, elaborate.
and
What do you mean by that?
I laughed so hard because I was filming it to send to her publicist. B, I was not expecting that. C, it was it was on brand for her, but also so shocking to witness. And so I text her publicist. I'm like, she just slurped on stage, and he's like, "What do you mean?" I'm
What do
like,
you mean?
"Correct."
What do you mean?
I'm like, "Correct." What do I mean? I sent
That
him
is the right question.
I sent him the voice note, and we were dying. It was so funny, but she is truly so incredible. I'm glad she's getting the flowers that she truly deserves. I think it's not that she's shy. I think it's just that she's really an artist. So like social media isn't her thing. Her publicist does a fantastic job for sure. But I think like she likes to create. She likes to be on stage, and she's a Shakespearean actor, so she's like all in with drama. So I think she's so much into that like social media wasn't really her standing point. It wasn't like the thing that she wanted to focus on. But
Yeah.
now seeing her do it and enjoy it, it makes me really happy, and I'm so glad that she's enjoying it. And I'm glad that people are like Brooklyn Comic Con. She had such like people were coming up to her and telling her how amazing she was. Like people were crying. Like it was a big it was a big thing. She got to meet my mom, and the two of them were like going back and forth, and their accents were so heavy. I'm like, Damn.
Like, I didn't even know you spoke like this, ma.
Yeah. I was cracking up. My boyfriend's like, please translate. What is happening?
What language is this? Do you mind?
Do you mind? It was just, yeah, it's great. Um and when you hear her accent come out, I just crack up because again, like she's so regal, but then her accent slips and I'm like, ah, you are one of us.
You are from
You are from the islands.
from us. Yeah, yeah, exactly. I
You are
love
one of
seeing because people forget it's kind of like a second language. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It most definitely acts as a second language because there's so many euphemisms, dialect. We just speak differently, say things differently, gesture differently. There's a lot of gesturing, a lot of commentary. So I'm gonna show you guys as I'm putting the pattern together, and I'll flip it this way so it's a little bit easier to see. How's that background going?
Man, I'm. It looks like I'm building the A, and it's not as bad as the.
B.
I don't think.
Okay.
Well, let
Okay,
me
we
not
in it.
speak because I'm already. I'm like, what the? Okay, yeah. Is that as the N? It was the N that was breaking me.
I know some sewists are purist when it comes to the tools that they use. I'm not. If it fits, I sits. So I use these clips instead of pins. I'm like, listen, if it works smarter, not harder, I'm not gonna sit there and pin myself to death. Like, we clipping this bitch.
No, I feel that. I feel that, and it's working for you. So like,
Correct.
that's a smart way to work.
Like I could do this. I can get things pinned so quickly when I just boop, 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 boop. And this
You
course
just
is
put your
me.
mind to it, you know?
Right. Work smarter, not harder. I think that's the
Agreed.
motto for my life because why why work harder? I already work hard. I'm a black woman. Like
How much harder
that's
I gotta work? How much?
like that's default setting. Life was on hard mode since I popped out.
Agreed. People don't get that though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they don't. They don't be understanding. And I'm like,
They're like,
how
what are
could
you? What are you upset about? I'm like, if you,
if only
if you
you
knew,
what is there not to be upset about?
only you freaking
If only
knew.
you knew. If only you knew. What are you upset about? How much time do you have?
Right? Where do we start?
Yeah, where would you like to begin?
Damn.
Damn, did I do this right?
We both are like that.
Wait a minute. Yeah. The cool I don't know if it's cool. Maybe it's not cool. It's
I'm
it's like
pretty sure it's cool.
let me say interesting. One of the interesting things about sewing is that well, no, this isn't interesting. This is a mind trick. You have to think backwards with sewing because you're doing everything twofold. So when you're making stuff on your body. You have to do your left side and your right side. So and it's all mirrored, and I don't know why, but that trips me up sometimes.
No, that sounds very confusing. I was like, I know why. It sounds confusing.
I know why, because it is, in fact, extremely confusing. Yeah, I'd be tripped up. Okay, I fixed it. Yeah, I pinned the left side to the right side, and did I? What did I do here? Ah!
You're like, how did I get here?
You're probably wondering how did I get here? I quite often wonder how did I get here, especially as I'm sewing. I wasn't into fashion. Like I like dressing nice, but I wasn't into fashion in school or anything. I was very much like, no, that's not for me.
And now look at you.
Yeah, now making own clothes. I love my favorite question I get from people is, "Can you have my pants?"
Yeah, yo. Sometimes I'd be like, dang, and I'm like, that's such a waste of your talent.
No, it's not. It's just
It
pants.
is.
It's
Yeah,
just
but
pants.
it's like there's other things that you could be doing. Like, why am I wasting a favor on pants?
It's pants, Frankie. It's pants.
You know, like I want to make muscle tees, and I'm like, oh, I could just cut them and then give them to Vanta the Hem, and I'm like, she's not your personal seamstress, like she's not Cinderella. What are you
That's so
doing?
funny.
Learn how to sew.
Learn how to sew. It's funny because people are like, "Are you gonna do sewing classes?" I'm like, "Baby, no."
People
I,
want it.
they do, but I don't. I wish I had more technical knowledge because then I would. I think I can figure things out because I'm good with patterns, and I'm good with
You're just
puzzles.
smart.
No, no, I'm good with puzzles, but I don't. I do want the technical knowledge to be able to teach people. With prop making, it's a little bit different, I think, because I feel like I understand that a bit more, like the fundamentals and building, and like you said, becoming a whole engineer to make something.
Right.
Yeah, we're almost done putting this together.
No, I'm back at that space where I'm like,
See, look, ta-da, show and tell. Here, wait, let me raise this a little bit so you guys can see. So I know it's dark blue on black, so it's not the easiest to see, but this is going to be the lining. This is what it looks like. Yeah. We're going to pin the last side.
I am. I'm at the point again where I'm like, something does not look right. I hope I don't have to do this A over. There's a long.
Frankie can't find a piece.
Frankie can't. Here we
Frankie wants
are.
something.
Frankie can't
What?
fit a piece. Yo, because it's a long black piece.
I might looking to see if I can find it for you. But you're working on a black table looking for a black piece. Crazy.
You know,
crazy.
I don't think that it's missing. I think that's the issue. It's like, is it missing?
Or am I blind?
Did I do something wrong? It's the beginning of the M. What are we saying here?
What are we saying? The M in Batman?
Mm-hmm.
And
man.
And man.
The M and man, it's very important.
Very, very important. Because then it would be Bat and.
But this looks properly constructed. I don't think.
Also properly constructed. So.
Let's see. This is short. This is short. Neither one of these are longer. Yeah. This is actually done well. So I don't know. And I know it's not in here. I made sure.
Still trying to find?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This may be what it's always the letters that give me.
Damn, not the letters.
This may be my time to be like,
okay,
hey guys,
and this is
a do. This is a good ending time. I cannot find this piece. Unless it's this one. Nope.
Did you order food?
No.
Okay.
Right? No,
I do us a favor on making Jedi robes. I love that. Please make Jedi robes. I never knew what each pair of scissors was for provides regular and fabric. Yeah, there's lots of different scissor types. And that I had to learn too, to be perfectly honest. Because like some people will do they'll have like pattern scissors, fabric scissors, light fabric scissors, and then pinking shears. I didn't realize that I now own like 7 pairs of scissors. You cut as a sewist, you just kind of accumulate stuff, and after a while, you're like, oh, I didn't even realize I had all of this. But one thing I am always missing is buttons. I don't know why. Like the most basic thing, buttons. Did you find that piece?
No. I know. It's hard. It's hard. I think I did this right. I think I just I think I just did this right. Um, yeah, because this is an extra long piece. One, two, three, four.
Did you check the bag again? Someone was asking.
Yeah. Try counting, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is all correct. This is all correct. Which is a little relief.
Yeah, because at least you know that it wasn't really you per se. It's just
Yeah. But
yeah.
then it's like, where do we go
From
from
here,
here?
how do we make the M in Batman?
'Cause this is long. One, two, three. Because I'm like, is this yeah, I'm supposed to do like the M. Whoa. This feels like it should be in another bag.
Damn, maybe it's in the second part of the M.
No. Mm, yeah, I see all the M stuff here. Maybe I could try. Maybe I could try to do it, but it's for sure it's like a long black piece.
Mm-hmm.
This is not a long. All right. You know what that means? We're starting this all over from scratch.
Damn, no.
I know. I
Uh,
know. I gotta do it. I
you gotta
gotta
do it.
know.
You gotta do it. You gotta do it.
I gotta know. But yeah, I was like, yo, I may do 14 dub.
Dub, dub. Too much chip on the dip.
Too much
It should be too much
shit,
dip on the
dude.
chip, but
Oh, that's oh shit. I had one. I don't think this is. There's like two together.
Mhm.
Maybe
That
that's
could
what it is.
maybe. All right. Inside piece has been constructed. So this is what it looks like. This is the lining.
I'm glad you're flourishing.
That was so what a hater ass statement.
Damn, I am hater. That's how I know this
Glad
is the
you're.
last bag. I'm like, oh,
Uh,
mm,
mm,
oh man.
mm. Well, glad you're
Well,
flourishing.
glad your life is perfect.
Missing pieces over here. So yeah, so this is going to be the inside and then the outside, depending on how I feel. I may make a special Batman themed hem on the inside, so I can make it reversible. I don't know. I haven't figured out yet. I'll be making it up as I go.
You like, I just be playing it fast and loose. I feel that.
Yeah, very
I
fast.
too, I too love to play it fast and loose.
Correct.
It's a very fun experience. You
It
know, cause
is.
when you win, the win feels extra good. You know.
Yeah, but when you lose, it's like, you know what? It's okay.
I did, yeah, I didn't even do what I was supposed to do, you know? That's
Yeah,
how I feel.
you know, like
Like
you know
I
what?
even
I wasn't even supposed to be here.
I wasn't even supposed to be I wasn't even supposed to be here for real. Yeah. Wow. I
How
think
was
I
your
figured it
night?
out.
You did? Oh,
I mean,
great.
you said how was my night? What last night?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
What
it was
did you
pretty
do?
cool. I hung out with Kendall. We got Ron at the house. That was pretty nice.
Oh, thank you, Chariot Man Gaming. Thank
What do
you.
you say? That's fire. Oh, you are fire. Don't let Frankie and her hating ass
So it
get
said,
to
"Have you
you.
won at Legos?" I
Have
don't
I
know.
won at Legos?
Not quite, but she's getting there.
I am definitely getting there.
I would say she's at bronze medal right about now.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, okay. So now I'm
Ooh,
yeah.
this is not even.
So
I
this is not what I thought it would be.
I also just did what you did and now I have to start all over. I pinned it on the wrong side.
No.
So, yeah. Remember when I said that sometimes it's confusing because you have to do
Mhm.
everything in the mirror. I'm in the mirror dimension, so
You're in the mirror
mirror
dimension. I
dimension.
feel that.
Yeah.
I feel that.
So now, so
I
it,
am not.
enjoy
I'm doing. I have to do things regular,
that.
and I'm still confused.
And I'm still confused.
And I'm still, yeah. But I did figure it out,
Great.
y'all.
Yes.
I put two extra long pieces in the wrong spot.
Oh no.
I shout out to one. Oh, thank you for saying I'm getting better. Yeah, because Harmon was out here hating,
Damn.
and I am better. Okay, I'm stronger. I'm faster.
Our work is never over. Was that
Oh
a
wait,
Daft Punk reference? Please be
our work is never over.
correct. Man,
Yeah,
they had Get Lucky and then they were like, we're done. Why would you do that?
because
Drop
they were done. They said, listen.
drop that fire album and that's it? Crazy.
They said, listen,
Demon work.
we're not
Diabolical.
about that life.
Diabolical. Two Frenchmen. Best house music ever.
Two Frenchmen.
Yeah, they're French.
And you think they have the best house music ever?
No, I'm saying they made some of the best house music. They're definitely up there. They're known worldwide. I mean, given like, are all the black people who make house music also known worldwide? Questionable. Sure. But Daft Punk,
Maybe.
Daft Punk. Ah, so sad. I almost bought the Get Lucky vinyl too.
You said you almost bought the Get Lucky vinyl?
Yeah.
What happened?
I chose not to do it. I was like, I don't need to spend this money. And now look. And
now
they're
how
over.
much would it be worth? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and now they're over. I also didn't have a record player at that point, so.
You said you did have a record player?
No, not then. I do now.
Okay. I'm back in the groove.
Hi, Night Bowl. Night Owl. I thought that said Night Bowl. Night Owl.
What was it? Oh, Night Owl.
Yeah, I thought it was Night Bowl. That would have been kind of cool too, though.
Right?
That's an interesting double entendre name. Not double entendre, double meaning, maybe. Double meaning. Nighthawk Cinemas. I don't know if you've heard of Spoons and Tunes. They're not paying me to say this, but I will plug them real quick. If you ever want to go to Spoons and Tunes, it's really fun. You can they have like Saturday specials where you can get cereal flavored shots or drinks, and you watch TV, you watch different cartoons, you could play like a few games to pick an episode, and you sit and watch eat cereal, and you watch Saturday morning cartoons in a theater.
Wait, I love that.
Yeah, they're really, really cool. Follow them on Instagram. I want to work with them super bad. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Maybe I can find something for Halloween. I don't know, but I'd love.
No, but you're kind of doing it now by being like,
hey,
this is dope.
Yeah. Yeah. So, Spoons and Tunes, if you watch this episode, I'm giving you guys a little plug. If you guys want to hop on down, I may do it.
Bless the kid, you know.
Right. May do it at the Prospect Park location. You know, a little easy to get to for everybody. You know, could be a good time.
Y'all be having me in Brooklyn all the time.
All the time. Y'all be having me in Manhattan all the time.
Yo, Manhattan is the heart of the city, though. You know
Correct.
what I'm saying?
Correct.
So
I hate to
admit.
like,
you know, it's the actual city.
It is the actual city. I hate to admit it, but yeah, it makes sense to be out there.
You know, so many people don't even know that Manhattan and that Harlem is a part of Manhattan.
That's crazy.
But why would they? Right? People talk about Harlem like
it's a whole other state. So we have some comments in the questions. Questions in the comment section. Do you own a 3D printer for your cosplaying? Not yet. A friend offered to sell me his, and I have been procrastinating, but I definitely will purchase one soon, because I want to open up a shop next year. So Stay tuned for that. 2025, Vanta Creates LLC will have a shop selling 3D printed helmets, masks, and a bunch of other cool props. So stay tuned. Ooh, and they said, Frankie, you're bougie as hell.
Who said I'm bougie? Why?
Harmon, I think that's their name.
Oh, Harmon's upset because today on Discord, we all said we think he's bougie,
That's hilarious.
and it really impacted him
But why did you say he was bougie?
because he is.
What was the
The
what was
word
the
he uses SAT words that nobody uses. He was
whoa
making he was
whoa
making
that's not
sauce from
a
scratch. He was making like spaghetti sauce from scratch, like not like spaghetti from scratch. Like he said the sauce.
like penne alla vodka sauce from scratch. What's wrong with that? I do that all the time.
You're also bougie.
I also like SAT words like gregarious to just make you a smarter person.
Yeah, bougie. A bougie
Crying.
smart person.
Penne alla vodka from scratch is actually the best thing to do. When you get it from the can, it's not as good.
I think I don't know what kind of sauce. Listen,
Made Alfredo.
you're on my screen, so we're gonna laugh about him. Why you
Why are you booing me? I'm right.
why yes. What's going on here? We're
Rick,
here
I'm
to tease
crying.
him.
They
Tease
said
Harmon.
they said no, like regular nigga meat sauce. I'm assuming a marinara sauce with meat. Wow, you're never gonna let me defend myself. Crying.
Never. This is
Frank-
not when are y'all gonna realize this is not a democracy. This is
dictatorship.
I was gonna say a cheerocracy, but yes. This is a dictatorship.
You're so funny.
This is a dictatorship.
Crying.
It should be treated as such. Okay. 6. Well, this is 6.
I'm excited for the new Gladiator movie. I'm really hyped about it.
With
our
boy?
Pedro Pascal. Whew.
Why you
Idris
said
Elba?
Pedro Pascal and not Idris Elba, Denzel?
Ugh, with the little earring.
Mm-hmm. They already complaining that he's not speaking in an accent. Which, like, so?
Is anybody?
Well, you know, they put on that little British accent.
But why would you put on a British accent in Rome?
That's what I'm trying to tell people. I'm like, there's
not British.
None of them are speaking English. They shouldn't be speaking English. If you want to be technical.
They should be speaking Latin, ancient Latin. Are you? Are they dead ass?
Yo, that's the sad part is they are.
Semper ubi sububi, I guess.
What?
That's Latin for always wear your underwear. That's like the only Latin I know.
Why do you even know that?
My best friend has a minor in Latin.
And that's what you asked her?
No. I just learned that in high school. But she's actually a genius. She works for Maimonides. She has a master's in business health administration. She is one of the founding members of the SG Row chapter at NYU.
Whoa.
Yeah, she's quite incredible. And I make costumes.
Whoa. None of that.
I always crack up. I'm like, my friends are so accomplished. Look at how awesome they are.
You are also accomplished. Am I mistaken, or did you not just make a custom cosplay for like the first African long-term
Nigeria? Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
Come on. Let's talk like we know what's up.
I'm so hyped.
And you know, things are different. Like I find it hard sometimes too. Like you're still accomplished even if
it
you're
doesn't
moving
look the
differently.
Way.
Yeah.
It doesn't look the way everybody else's accomplishments look. And that's like a thing I think as creatives we don't talk about as much. And I wish we did. I think it would do us some good to talk about, you know, the struggles of being a creative in Your path doesn't look like everybody else's, and that's okay. And
Mm-hmm.
it's not going to, because it's your own path, and you shouldn't feel obligated to work the way everybody does.
But it feels like you should,
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah,
there's a feeling there like I should be doing X, Y, and Z.
yeah. Or I haven't reached this goal yet. I haven't hit these numbers yet. I'm not making this amount of money yet. Why am I failing? And it's not a matter of failure. It's more of, you have to just keep going. You have to be consistent. You have to stick to your guns, because the whole belief, like, to be really great at something, you have to spend 10,000 hours, because that's what, like, the Beatles did and all the other really successful people. And that sounds like a lot of time, but when it's doing something that you absolutely love, it really it's not that much time.
Right, like it starts to balance. It starts to balance
Bounce
itself out
out.
for
Yeah,
sure.
because I remember when I first started cosplaying, I was like, I'm never gonna be famous. I'm never gonna. I like was very the negative self talk was really big. I'm like, I'm never gonna make it. Uh, uh my first thought was, ooh, I'm about to make a name for myself out here. And
Yeah,
then,
it's like really hard to take things seriously,
yeah.
honestly.
And then the more I started doing things, I'm like, oh, I need to do some social media management classes. Okay, I need to learn how to network and talk to people. Okay, I need to understand how social media works. Like, you pick up skills along the way, and then you reflect on all of that, and you're like, oh, I actually have learned quite a lot in the past 5 years.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's not just, okay, so I can now make a full suit of armor. It's also, okay, I now know how to present myself to companies and speak to people. And yeah, I still have room to grow. I still have a lot to learn. We should all be striving to learn, but
You just gave yourself your own pep talk. I
I
fucking
had to.
I was like, where we going with this? And then you say, yeah, you know what? You're right. I am
You're right.
indeed that
Here's why.
girl.
You're right.
I'm
Here's
indeed that
why.
girl. Yeah, exactly. And
Okay.
you know what? With that, I'm back in my stride. To all you tweeters, the leaders, your haters.
Goodbye. Nice try.
Yeah, nice
Yes,
try.
nice
I'm
try.
never down. I'm
Yeah.
always up.
Yeah, all the way up.
Exactly. Thank
All the
you.
way up.
I'm always up. And they don't want to see you up like that,
No, they
It hurts
don't.
them. It hurts them to see you up like that.
Yeah,
But
I think I do it even more because I know it hurts them.
ooh, I love
Yeah.
that.
I'm like, oh,
It
does
fuels
this
you.
yeah, fueled by spite. I'm like, oh, does this bother you?
Hmm.
Does this fire corset bother you?
This is a fire ass corset.
Thank you.
Y'all, I think.
You got the M? We got it? We're on our way?
Well, the M is not supposed to be completed,
Okay.
but I am at a formable part. Yeah. This is the thing. The issue I have is that, my table is soft. I need to get a harder table.
Oh, is that your flip out table?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I need a little harder table to like
Mhm.
really press these in.
Mhm. Mhm.
But we're gonna make do with what we got.
Wow, we've accomplished so much in the past
We're
3 hours.
amazing. We're amazing.
Maybe I do need to just do streams of me making things, because
Honestly, it's helpful to have one, it's like you're less likely to quit because
yeah.
you got someone there with you, you have a teammate.
Yeah.
And also it's like it's cool to document, and it's a great way, like at least for me, like I have Discord, I have like a community I'm trying to build. Damn.
Mhm.
Maybe I'll get my hard table out. I have a community I'm trying to build, and it's nice to like have a moment that I can like just talk to them and like
Yeah. And I want people to see the stuff that I make so that they can make it too, because I mean, it's cool to make stuff, but like if other people can make stuff, then we can collaborate on the stuff we make, and go crazy over, oh, did you get this? Like, oh, did you try these pair of scissors out? Or, sewing, there's different sewing feet. And like, if you test something out, you could share it with somebody. So I just like sharing resources, and I like building a community to talk about the things that we do. And, there's like different, like there's a Facebook group called She Prop, and it's all of non-binary and femme presenting prop makers. And it's great because somebody will just ask like a random question, and then 40 million people answer. I'm like, wow, this is so loving and kind. I love this.
And they do it like in a way where you feel supported and not judged, right? Like,
no, there's no judgment, to the point. That's what I love about cosplayers, especially people who really truly love making things. If you ask a cosplayer, how did you make this? They will literally talk to you for 5 hours.
Oh my God, I love this question.
Yeah, it's like,
because
oh my God, let me tell you.
You work so hard on it. It's like, yes, I want to share this with you,
Yeah, we love talking about our works in progress, and we love sharing things with people. And we just want to share the love. Some of us are like so community based, like me and Camila. I'm like, okay, so this is what you do. Like, somebody asked me, I don't remember what exactly what it was, but I like gave them my full resource list, and I'm like, email this particular person about this fabric so that it'll be easier for you. And they're like, wow, that was so nice. I'm like, yes, I understand your struggles, I promise.
I get it. Like,
I get it.
we're damn, I did all that and I did something to my M.
No, not the M.
Now I don't know when it was. Oh, it was just upside down. Okay. Wow. I think
8:20.
We're right on time.
We are right on time. Yeah. I printed out my
L's. Yeah, we're building. Can you guys see my hand? Yeah.
Yeah.
I am. This is
the
right
background
on
is so cool.
I love it. I love it so much.
I like that it's red. I don't know why the red. I'm like,
because it's like legitimate demon
Gotham.
time. It feels
correct,
like, right? Like, you're like, dang, yeah, legitimate Gotham.
Gotham.
Like, what's going on over here?
It's like, why is your sky red? Is this a blood moon? What's about to happen?
What is about to happen is okay. So this N is finished, and then let's do these A's.
I did commit a cardinal sin, and you guys got it on stream, but you know what? It's fine. You really should iron your clothes in between each seam that you put together. You should iron it. But I didn't do it, so here we are.
Here we are. That's right.
So I'm just top stitching the corset so that it looks nice. When I've discovered what top stitching was, I
think I put the A a little backwards.
Oh, how can it be a little backwards?
The part that sticks out, I have on the opposite end.
Mm-hmm.
But it should be fine. If it really...
Yeah, this is great. I have 2 things to wear to the parties. Oh, that sounded bad. 2 things to wear to the parties at New York Comic Con. I feel like that's the thing I'd be forgetting. Like, I'll make the cosplay, but then I'm like, what do I wear at night?
What am I wearing at night? Am I trying to be Batgirl all day?
No, I'm definitely not. No way. There's no way. I can't do it. I can't wear a cosplay to a party. I'm not doing that. It's hot and sweaty.
It do be hot and sweaty.
Too hot, too sweaty.
All right. I think. Yeah. Yeah, to all you haters. All you haters out here. Frankie's back. Frankie's doing the damn thing.
Doing the damn thing. They want to see what we have completed. I will show you once I finish top stitching. I just I don't know what happened there. Sometimes the machine will just mess up. Like, there's no rhyme or reason. It just doesn't want to work. I'm like, girl, me too. You don't see me
Like, I
throwing a
get it.
tantrum.
Like,
Right.
yeah, like, what's your
What's your problem?
what's
Why are
your
you throwing a
deal, sis?
tantrum? Why are you throwing a tantrum?
Okay.
Yeah, I had to do these courses because
Oh no, my AirPods are dying, which is the perfect time.
time. Yeah, that's how we know.
My AirPods said, "How long you gonna be on this street for?"
We have accomplished so much. And my sewing machine is also messing up. So it's time to
I quite literally just finished.
Woo!
Here you go, Mike. Mike just got here talking about you sewing that for me.
Bitch, do you want it?
Right.
Do you want it?
He can wear it. You know, he just be talking sometimes.
No, I would. If he wanted it though, I would make him one. I want to make him a jock strap, like a sexy jock strap.
Ooh, he'd wear it.
He would wear it.
Make sure it's high like a thong.
I gotta make his I forgot the guy's name from X-Men, but I definitely want to make one for him.
All right, everyone. This is where I am at. Yeah. I built a little tiny blip over here.
So this is what it looks
like. Here. And I built here this M and this A. Ooh. I did it backwards. Like, this piece is supposed to be on this side towards the end. But I think we're okay.
We're okay.
I think we're okay. But yes. So there's but yes. Here's the rest. Here's the bottom. I may have time tomorrow. I'm not quite sure. But in the meantime, make sure you're following me, or you could join my Discord. I'm always on there as well. This is such a crazy project that I undertook. The goal is to complete it by Labor Day, which I think I could. We're on bag 14 out of 44.
44 or 43?
I think 44.
Okay, cool.
I'm not going to check, so we're going to leave it at 44.
Love that.
So I'm not, I don't get any sadder. But yes, we've done great. Thank you all for joining me today. And I will catch you all maybe tomorrow.
Yeah. Bye, everyone.
Bye.